Welcome back to the Ironheart Merchant Company on Saturday session, the Golden Grind, episode 19. Today's session starts as we come back on the 14th of the Awakening, which is March in the world, and the year 65,009. We come back to the party since last time, having managed to talk their way out of the Cyclops situation after being left on a cliffhanger in the prior session. Having talked down the ogres, not Cyclops. I've been listening to way too much fucking ruthlessness and survive recently. Yeah. As
Good songs.
they are good songs, but it's kind of when you're thinking about it, it's always Cyclops and ogres. They're interchangeable. But yeah,
I would have loved to have some Cyclops workers. They have no depth perception.
it's true. But having managed to get the four ogres, convincing them not to kill the party, Alar and James and Rollman, though Rollman wasn't there for a session, would go back to return to the city to turn in their quest, gaining a pretty decent payout for most of the job, as well as for the selling the hag into slavery. The party would spend the rest of the session kind of dooting around town, buying items, learning about information, and allowing Alar to spend some time amongst the black market, where she learned a bit of interesting information about poor James, as well as James's family. Though the party would manage to spend, for the most part, their time kind of looking about town, learning about the missions, and gaining information, they would end up ending with them kind of gathering together for some downtime, with Rolliman heading into mainly a training montage on board the ship. Alar spending most of their time in the city and tavern itself, kind of going about the black market, and managing to stir up a little bit of trouble as we go along, as we're going to get to that here in a minute. And lastly, James, who pretty much, though keeping his door open, would in a metaphorical sense, lock himself away, working to no end on his armor and warhammer, that with the rest of the whole night, as well as an extra hour into the day, giving up or taking the fatigue or becoming fatigued, James managed to complete his armor as well as his weapon such an extent that the items have become somewhat known to the world. James, you have your two items, of course. Go ahead.
Yeah, I already added them and updated my character sheet with them.
Perfect. The weapons are, for those who do follow along and do check out our World Anvil, which I need to start posting the links to these World Anvil pages on the YouTube videos. The Frost Hammer's Promise is the name of the Warhammer, as well as the Memorandum of Ironhearts is the armor that James would manage to make. A set of armor that, mixed with a colorium, is almost depicted as basically a giant story piece. Each individual plate on the dwarven full plate seems to have a different adventure highlight from James's time so far with the Ironheart Merchant Company. At the centerpiece, of course, his massive hammer as the smithing symbol of his own divinity that seems to slightly glow when he seems to use his spells. The Warhammer itself, though looking to be a traditional dwarven Warhammer, a axe-like blade on one side and a heavy hammer on the other. At the centerpiece, it seems to have a large iron heart-like design, and along the shaft, some nice, fancy crested quill bore leather has been set up with bronze on the either side of it. The whole thing is cored with a hefty tungsten, allowing it to almost give a strange glow to it at all times. The blade is already known to have runes kind of carved into the axe's blade, as well as the handle. Minnie Smith seems to have already kind of taken a note as you walk about town with it, James, kind of looking for Alar. But as we come back to the party, James and Rollman, you were informed by Rain that the contact that had been hired by Zels before you guys had kind of shipped him off has finally gotten a chance to get away and managed to get some free time to join up with you lot, and we're told to meet him at the Garden's Grace. Though it's been about 12 hours, James and Roman, since you've seen Alar, as you both are entering into the city with the BK, or muscled up BK that we have.
The spirit.
Yes, the cart behind being pulled. As you two enter through the gates and start heading down the T junction, you do see even though the skies are somewhat kind of murky and dark right now, a little light rain sparkling on the ground. It's about 40-ish degrees currently. The light wind kind of hit you. You see a light explosion at the other end of the T junction as Alar is. You see kind of can clearly see Alar sprinting for basically their life. A big bag on there in their hand with little gems kind of flopping out as they're sprinting. A couple of what looks to be cloaked figures, roughly around like 6 foot to 9 foot in range. About four of them start kind of coming around the corner, chasing after Alar. As they do so, Alar seemingly dropping something, and a loud, large, smoky explosion expanding out, causing the individuals to be kind of lost in the smoke as Alar continues to take off towards you.
How close are we to Garden's Grace?
About a half an hour's ride, as it's down the T junction, or kind of to the T junction and down. So the city, the road, or the streets are mostly clear at this point.
I guess it's time to hop off the fucking cart.
Did I
Put
get
this new armor to a test if I need to.
Okay.
any good look at the pursuers?
Give me a search check.
Search check.
Cameron, I told you I was following orders.
You made money. I'm proud of you. Come here.
You made money in a unique way.
Technically legal.
I'll put it under other.
All right, let's see. 20, not bad. As you they look to be all cloaked in what looks to be like blackened heavy robes. Many of them seeming like have like golden lace that seem to be kind of like inlaid into it in different patterns that clearly look like runes from the distance. Beyond that, you didn't see any weapons, and they look to vary between sizes, like I said, between about 6 foot and 9 foot between the figures. Though, as Alar is sprinting, or kind of coming towards you, you do see a group of guards kind of coming down the T-junction and kind of heading towards the general direction of the smoke cloud.
I just look at Alar and gesture to get in the cart and act like nothing happened.
I guess I'm diving into the cart like nothing happened.
Give me a reflex check.
Or jump check? Never used one of those before.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. Give me a jump check. That's fair. That's a good point.
He's
I
jumping.
think I'm technically better at jump than I am reflex, so I'm down.
You're racing jump.
Actually, I'm exactly the same in both.
All right.
At least you can't, that one.
True.
Jump check.
That's true. I rolled a 12 for a 17.
Yeah, as you jump in, as the doors kind of slightly open, jumping in, because I assume you're using Zelza's carriage for most of the business these days. So,
Definitely.
as you go jumping into the like nobleman's carriage, you manage to get in as the James shuts the door right behind you and just kind of leans against it, whistling. Roman, as you kind of still sit at the helm, the spirit BK, kind of just standing there waiting to see if you mush it any farther. You watch as the guards kind of seem to turn, and as the clouds of smoke seems to dissipate, the figures that were chasing after Alar have disappeared completely. Guards look completely confused as they're kind of looking about, throwing baskets and a cart over and looking down like the side roads and such for the individuals.
Did I see where they went?
You did not with that search check.
Damn. They're gone. I won't say anything until we're like well past the guards.
Okay. Yeah, I assume, James, are you climbing back onto the cart beside Rollman then?
Yep.
Okay. As you guys kind of go by, kind of watching and looking at the scene, kind of hitting the junction, the guards kind of look at you a lot, and you see them kind of looking at the two of you for a moment, and as they seem to kind of suffice that you're not any of the individuals they just saw, like the individual who ran or the any of the other people. They kind of seem to kind of dismiss you immediately, going back to the search as they look down the alleys. One of the guards shouting something about a figure to stop. and then or the rest of them seeming to chase after him as they head down one of the alleys, disappearing into the darkness. I will say this is still very early in the morning, so for your own note, like this is like right. You guys have already just had breakfast. Sun hasn't even cracked. Like early in the morning. So
All right.
I'll open up the little slat that the driver can use to talk to the person
Yeah.
back, and I'm gonna say, Alar, did you
Yes.
have a good time?
Yes.
Who'd you piss off?
Collected from enemy gang.
From a gang?
Are we a gang now, Alar?
No.
Do they have any insignia or something?
Alar learned name. I'll
What's
pull
the
that up.
name?
I'm very pissed off a big gang. That's not
It's
good.
not a big gang. It's one of the weakest
Were-
gangs in this city. Let's see.
Were they
Where is
weak enough for you to pick on without having to put all of us in danger?
Broken Dagger Gang, gang of broke assassins.
Do I know of them or anything?
give me a proficient mercenary check.
Okay.
Alar, answer my question. Are they small enough that we won't have to worry
18.
about them assassinating
18.
most of the crew?
Broken Dagger busy fighting Forgotten Staff.
Well, I guess I know who we'll have to back if we get reached out to by either of these two gangs.
Forgotten Staff, a group of magic-y people. Thought not.
Yeah, as he mentions the broken daggers and the forgotten stats, as you kind of take a think for a moment, roll them in. With an 18, you have heard of the broken daggers being led by like a very old kobold. He was a pretty well known assassin who was aiming to be a knight under Greg's Marathon. His little mercenary group was like Nefs. The plan was to integrate with the army and then basically make themselves shine and take a position as a vassal. And unfortunately, he was at the battle of with their leader Althander, where all the glory was taken by the notorious ship kamikaze that very few people actually know the name of at this point.
Should have
So the as you mentioned, the Forgotten Staff. You recognize that name as something you've kind of heard throughout the city, kind of going around. There's rumor of a group of wizards that were kind of partially hired on as immigrants to the army, but due to a lot of them not having really much magic, they weren't really kept around by Greg and are kind of have nowhere else to work. So mercenary work was what they've kind of turned to, and they've become kind of a semi-thug criminal organization, like people for hire. They are the most notorious, though, to be known that they are being led currently by a Loxodon.
Wow.
But as you kind of look back and you guys kind of continue on, Alar, as you look through the bag, I'm gonna PM you what you find.
My little loot stash.
You
a
will be
bunch of
paying out
potatoes.
for this because you've now put some risk on us, Alar. You know that, right?
I pull.
Potatoes.
I'm playing with a golden comb now.
All right, I'll take that as a yes, as we probably grab it. As I just look and roll and shrug at this point.
So where are we going? Where are we going again?
Garden's Grace.
All right.
The guild ran by Essa.
As you kind of continue heading up the main street, kind of coming up to Garden's Grace, the large garden out front seems to be kind of opened. Someone looks to be kind of cutting the grass. A young kobold working about it, and what looks to be an old elderly kobold lady kind of sitting there watching as she drinks what looks to be a thick tea or coffee of some sort. The old lady kind of looks over at you a lot as you pull up and is smiling as the youngster kind of looks over. Do you want to describe what you look like, Melvin, right now?
So you would see about a 4.5 or so foot tall kobold whose scales are sort of this obsidian purple with kind of pink shimmering along through it. He's dressed quite like a commoner, very tattered clothing. In fact, the cloth that's pulled over his feet that are supposed to be shoes, you can see one of his toes poking through. Um, pretty small. Not a whole lot of meat to his bones.
He is just as tall as me, and I'm happy about this. I'm
the
tired of so many tall people.
the old lady kind of looks over at you lot as you come kind of come over or kind of come to a stop, and she smiles and goes. She looks down at you, Melvin, and goes, I think, sweetie, I think they're here. You tell you what, you can keep my son's clothing. He's not gonna need him anymore. Rest his soul. But I think those are the people that Essa mentioned were gonna be hiring you.
I think it does kind of look like him. That I remember.
I gotta mention though, I don't see why a young little thing like you's gotta do mercenary work. It's so sad to see that in this day and age. She kind of just stares up at Rolliman, seeing the very well-muscled elven knight, like mercenary figure. Now James in the very heavily armor, and then the like nobleman's carriage that they're driving around.
I just want to peek my head out and be like, "You mercenaries now?"
You see
I
the
look
old
back at Alar and go, no, we're merchants, but we do handle adventurers' quests.
Oh,
Ice kind of comes and opens the doors. You hear the bell ring, and he goes, "Oh, thank the gods that you're here. The short one, the skinny one who showed up. That's the one Asa mentioned. That's Zell's hired.
Zell's hired a kid.
He can cast magic.
What's your name? What's your name, kid?
My name is Melvin.
Well, Melvin, go ahead and get in the cart. We'll get you we'll get you geared out and whatever you need later. For right now, you can know that I'm James. This is Rolliman, as I'll gesture to the taller elf, to the tall elven man. And in the cart, in the carriage is Alar.
And
I
I'm
have
eyeing
two
up
combs.
Melvin right now. You have two combs?
I have
There
two
are two combs in there? What can I get off Melvin here? Is he, besides being a scrawny kid?
Kind of sizing them up.
Yeah, I'm
I'd
sizing
like
up the
to,
kid.
since he can use magic, I'd like to try and read and see how much he can use, because we've ran into too many extraordinary people around here.
We don't need another level 20 sneaking into the
Wait.
party.
Sorry, James. What'd you say?
I'm rolling a wisdom check to see how much magic he can fucking use.
Yeah, go ahead.
15.
As you kind of look him up and down, you sense magic coming off of him that's, not terrifying as you kind of take a moment. His magic aura seems to be mostly, some form of necromancy, is what you get. It's very faint. For reference, faint means casting level of like lower than 9th. So that generally is usually the case. Actually, I think it might be lower than 6, but I'm not 100% on that.
I think
It's weak.
Point is, it's not very strong.
But as you do note, something is definitely off, as there is a simple portion of him that seems to have almost an extraordinary amount of unlimited magic. You're unsure if this is something of your own divinity telling you this is his potential, or if this is something else entirely that you're seeing.
James will roll with it being potential outwardly for now, but he's gonna keep that in mind. Well, lad, I can see you have good potential for the magics. We'll get you set up with a good spell book or whatever you'll need. Ice, we'll take those bodies as well for the one quest that requires the pilgrimage. Familiar burial.
Ice kind of looks at you and just kind of goes, "Oh, wait, you want the quest? What?" And kind of takes a second. Goes,
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Is something wrong with it?
Is there a problem with it that isn't posted on the paperwork?
It's not that there's a problem. It's just in the area where the aboleth has been spotted. That's where the last 3 adventuring groups that we sent south went.
The last one that died, we met like an hour away from town. I told Essa this already.
Yeah.
Melvin hears aboleth and his eyes widen.
You see the
So,
kids,
we're taking
the
some
young
caution.
kobold's eyes widen.
we're taking some caution and getting away from town. If it's out an hour away, then
Hold on.
that means it's getting closer.
Where is the burial?
Hold
feel
on.
that's-
Noticing the kobold kid. Do you know something, Melvin?
No, just a terrible memory from the past.
The old lady kind of smiles and pats Melvin on the shoulder and goes, I understand. My son was taken in the necromancy raid here. And every time I see bones now, I can't stop thinking they're coming for us.
And here it is, just because I was curious. Faint is 5th and lower for caster level.
Thank
Moderate is 6 to 11. It keeps going up from there.
Gotcha.
Cool.
But
Oh, yeah, Fate puts him around us, which is fine.
Ice looks at you and goes, "We Essa went to go investigate the Avalith thing. I wouldn't take that quest though for the price it's at right now. Just that's what I'm recommending. We're not even giving the bodies currently out to those involved until the grounds can be secured. Not to tell you
Alright,
whatever else is probably
Yeah.
there."
Cameron, do we want to do the monster capture that you were interested in, the glitter fire?
Yeah, what about this glitter fire thing that you have going on here? I pull out the papers because if Essa left town, I imagine she would have just thrown them on the deck at some point.
Or we just grab them? It's kind of a thing you can do.
Kind of
Yeah.
looks it over and goes, "Oh, yeah, yeah, you won't ask Usknar about the details about it, but that quest is still open. As far as capturing them, I was told," and he kind of goes, but you see him kind of turn around, head back into the shop, and disappears behind the bar for a few moments, coming back out a few moments later with a box of what looks to be very thick black jars, and goes, "These are obsidian glass jars. They'll hold the ooze, but otherwise I can't promise. You'll have to kind of knock them out, is from my understanding." As he kind of hands them over to you, James.
I'll take him, put him in the cart, and go, we should be able to manage something for him.
Yeah, I've never knocked out an ooze before.
I mean, new experience.
It'll be a new challenge.
I shrugs and goes, "I've never fought a slime before, so I wouldn't know. Usnar's the one who said that was possible and said that they just didn't have enough time to do it themselves. They've had so many custom orders coming in for the war that's coming up."
Another war?
Asnar works where again, if you could remind me?
Kinky Buckle.
Got it. We'll head there and ask
Yeah.
him.
Alar forgot mention, heard rumor, war against Gloom.
Really?
Not just here either, many nation.
Oh, Iso pipes up and goes, "Yeah, a lot of mercenaries are heading that way, so most of the soldiers that haven't found work are pretty much heading up north to migrate to Terracitus' territories, is what I've been told. The queen herself, she's taking in any mercenaries that'll come to work for her."
Well, that's good for her, and good for them for finding work, but I'd rather not
Animal
be a part of
people?
the war front right away.
Animal people going to war? As I just cock my head, because a lot of mercenaries, there's not much else we do with that many mercenaries.
She nods and goes, "Yeah, from my understanding, I've heard rumors it's going to be the House of Closen. Even the Stone Giants themselves are going to get involved. It's supposed to be a three-pronged attack. I've heard even rumors there's a Dwarven nation coming after them for revenge against some slavery thing. There's Gloom, apparently their days are numbered, but the nation knows and is prepping for, is what I've been told. That's why so many mercenaries are being sent to the border. Those Rakshasa can't seem to be able to hold their own via their current numbers."
Well, this is interesting information. Pointing
As we
at
said
everywhere.
to every important thing we've heard, not our
Not my
problem.
problem.
Out of him.
It's not not really our problem though. Yeah. So we will take this and go talk to him and see what we can do.
He nods and goes, "Alright, well, if you need anything else, I'll be in town." And Ice kind of just
All right.
turns back in and heads into the tavern.
I will make this distinction for Melvin. Despite wearing heavy armor, James is moving very quickly around.
Oh yeah, should we describe our
Walking around.
characters?
Yeah.
I put
you-
some image.
Oh yeah, your image. I should post my
Yeah.
image. I should find it.
I don't have an image yet with James in his new armor.
You can post your image of him from your own ammo. It's what he looks
I'm
like.
gonna totally not hiding it, slip something into James' pocket.
Is it a comb?
You know, it's a jade. No, it's a jade.
I got a jade. This is good.
I need my combs. Very important.
Yes, James, the
but
no-necked dwarf.
there's a neck there. It's just
It's
hidden by the
very tiny.
Just big enough to support the Adam's apple. That's all it needs to
Hey,
be.
look, it's small, so it's harder to stab in the throat. You know,
Yeah, it's the
You
Krogan
can't
build.
split my throat.
it's a defensive. It's a defensive. Fucking.
We evolved this to be defensive.
Yeah. But as you kind of as you gather about Melvin, I mean, as you see James and Roman get back at the front of the cart, the long nobleman's carriage kind of standing there, a slightly translucent but somewhat colored large warhorse-looking creature seems to kind of stand at the harness at the front of it. The cart door open. You can see the Knoll individual kind of sitting inside as they go through a bag full of what looks to be a couple of different trinkets.
I will climb in.
All right. As you climb aboard, with Alar kind of sitting in the carriage, you two where is the party off to then?
Kinky
The
buckle.
kinky
Gotta
buckle.
ask some questions.
All right.
I also want to put the size difference in here. Alar's 8'2" in this cart compared to Melvin.
And you
He
were
probably
just
takes like
as
half
tall.
the cart. Are you
Don't
like
worry.
crunched in there?
Don't worry about it. I'm just very tall.
Slightly leaning over. All right, you guys turn around, heading back towards the T junction where the most of the shops are set up for magic weapons and items and such. Heading down towards the junction itself on the right side, you come across the black wooden shop with its slightly simple straw roof. Most of the shop seems to be kind of out front with a building kind of receded back. A very large or thick wooden basically pillars kind of standing to hold the roof above it up as the smithy is set out. As you look in, you do see, or as you kind of pass by, you do see Usknar as they seem to be wearing a very heavy bit of clothing, what looks to be like cold weather clothing, as their little bit of green or emerald green scales kind of poke through. The older gal kind of looks over at you and smiles as she sees you lot kind of pulling up and goes, "And how may I be of a service to the Ironheart Merchant Company?"
James will smile. Well, actually, we're here to take on your job. I just wanted to know how, if you wouldn't mind sharing some more finer details, like where the creature can be found and how, pray tell, one knocks out a slime.
Usually I just do it with a whacking stick, and she kind of pulls out a thick, what looks to be just a thick piece of wood. And she goes, and she kind of simulates just swinging it, and goes, "Usually works well enough for me."
I pull out my large whacking stick, and I just look at it, and I look at them.
James looks at his hammer over his shoulder and goes, I think I can handle that.
I
Everyone's
hold
got
up
blowjob
both
buddies
my
to me.
eighth staffs, which you guys
Your
can
what?
clearly tell is just a broken in half quarter staff.
I forgot about the broken corner staff.
James, you got something he can use?
I got a few things he can use. We'll get him set up
Yeah, literally.
before we leave town.
I've heard that you're quite the crafter. And I look at
Me?
James.
Yes, I am.
I don't know if you could do anything with these, but I have been holding on to them, and I will pull out the owlbear skull, rib, and leg bone that I've had.
Where did you get those?
Well, the group I was with previously, we got into a sticky situation, and this is what I left with.
I can probably make something out of them. Use maybe some wizardry armor, something to assist you, or got a few ideas.
Usnar looks down at the child looking like Melvin in the carriage, then looks at James and goes, You're not taking him out into the street or out into battle or anything like that. That's a child who's wearing commoner's clothing, and by the looks of it, hasn't eaten in months."
He was hired on in good faith by someone who's no longer a part. He's going to still get a job. And since he seems to have more magical aptitude, I might see what he can do with when it comes to enchanting more than anything.
She kind of like just stares at James for a moment. Give me a diplomacy roll for that, James.
He seems old enough to me. I was about that age when I started hunting things.
And I'm handing Melvin a weapon when they mention they need a new weapon. I do have a medium Morning Star.
That's an 11.
As you hand Melvin the Morning Star, she just kind of looks at you, James, and just shakes her head and goes, "What is the world coming to?" Yeah, the ooze. To the point. About 2 days march north. There's a cave that's used to be. I don't know. Someone tried to build something in it. Looks like it was someone tried to build a house underground. Bunch of bricks set up. Dug a hole. There was some equipment there at some point. I took it out, tossed it into the nearest river, and then basically I found a bunch of oozes down in there. They seem to keep coming back every couple of months, so I just go in there, harvest one or two. Seems to work fine. Bring me back as many as you can. And to be honest, shouldn't be. I'll be more than happy to pay you per. Though I
Are they not
should.
very
All
aggressive?
right.
They are and they aren't. They stay as long as you don't go into their cave. They don't seem to be a problem. Once you go in there, they start attacking anything that bothers them.
All right.
All right. That's good to know. Thank you.
She nods and kind of gives you a side eye as she kind of looks over at the young individual.
I'll turn
James
toward
will
her.
actually.
Oh.
If it makes you feel better, my employer wouldn't have sent me here if he didn't think I could take care of myself.
Roll,
Your employer.
roll diplomacy, Melvin.
Oh, this will go well. Sure.
You know, I would just want to. Or sitting here.
Ooh,
You know,
I rolled a 4 minus 3. It's a 1.
oh god.
Hey, at least it's not at least it's not
Non-natural one.
negative.
Stop talking.
At least it's not negative.
She just kind of looks at you and sighs and goes, "Uh-huh." She just kind of stares at James with a bit more disdain.
Since we're all doing this, can I have a turn?
Go ahead and try and convince her that I'm not an evil bastard.
I'm just gonna peek my head out. It's okay. Alar protect all pack mates. Child will be fine.
I'll add on to that and say I was about his age when I started hunting things.
Give me a diplomacy check, both of you. I do want to let you know the DC rises every time you're failing, so...
I'm just doing this for fun. That's just a comment roll.
Little R finish first.
16.
28.
28. Damn.
Don't worry, I'll make it worse. Yeah, plus 3. 18!
She just kind of stares at James and she sighs and goes, "That's better than sticking in a town with undead." And she kind of goes back to her forge, grabbing up a hammer and starts smacking away at a piece of metal that isn't currently glowing in the slightest, but seems to kind of morph to her hammer.
Getting back to the carriage, James is actually going to pass you an item, Melvin. You get handed a wand of Summon Monster.
You giving him the wand?
Summon Monster 2.
He's getting the wand of Summon Monster 2. It has 49 charges out of 50.
Right.
Actually, no, by now it have 50 of 50. Never
As
mind.
I saw that that
We haven't
they
used
started
it
hitting the
in 2
metal,
days.
I'm gonna watch a little bit because that was weird. Usually, with my knowledge of smithing being around James, is that it usually has to be red hot for it to be like that.
You said 50 of 50?
Yep, and it's
Yeah, it's full.
50-50. It's full charges.
Sweet.
And then this is the spell.
You can use that if you end up in a tight situation without one of us. I think since you seem more like a wizardly sort, you should be able to utilize it.
You see me holster it alongside another wand. I don't know if they're marked, but it's a wand of bull strength.
It looks just like a normal piece of wood with brass markings around it, or like rings around it. Most wands seem to look pretty normal unless they are specialized.
Okay.
But as it kind of puts it away. Roman, give me a spot check.
Wait, sport. If I remember correctly. Okay. I'm really good at spot. Yeah, see?
As about 15-foot tall looking figure, maybe roughly taller, kind of comes walking over in heavy full plate adamantine plate. They seem to have a very large gut and a massive battle axe on their back. They are covered head to toe in metal, other than a very long, snow white beard that kind of peeks out from underneath their helm. That seems to kind of just come walking, is seemingly walking towards your cart and staring right at you or James, as he's about at this point 100 feet from you.
Does this fit the description of one of the gang leaders, perhaps?
It does not.
Oh, okay. So that's probably not that boring. I'll tell James that there's someone quickly approaching that's very big.
I'll look. How big are they compared to me?
He
Big.
said like 15 feet.
He's big.
Yeah, he's yeah.
All right. Full adamantine at 15 feet. James is looking up at him.
All right. And he's still 100 feet. He's just walking slowly over towards you. No weapon in hand, but full helmet on, no face showing.
James will also pass Melvin some leather armor.
He slightly kind of turns, watching this guy sliding the armor into the hole.
I mentioned you might want to put that on.
It's time for our daily check. Oh, sick.
Hey, you're not controlled.
I'm in control.
Melvin, as you're handed the leather armor, are you putting it on, or are you just kind of keeping it?
Well, I was just about to ask, because I have the cloak on, the brown-eyed troll, but with the disguise.
Oh, I forgot about that. Alar, I'm so sorry. Roll me a fortitude save.
Good.
Yeah, you've been in the cart with it for a long time. He smells like ass.
We're gonna give you a bath,
Troll.
my friend.
Oh no.
Alar, the smell of troll ass, just
I'm getting
hot, and it is ripe.
Are you
Yeah, I'm
getting
getting
out of the cart and getting on top?
I'm forcing myself. I'm standing next to him. I'm getting out and I'm holding my nose.
As you step out, seeing the individual, as you kind of hear Roloman pointing it to James looking over, as you kind of look over, seeing this, letting the door open as you hold your nose, coming out. Okay. To confirm, Melvin, are you going to put on the armor? Because I think you can put on the armor and still wear the cloak.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'll put on.
But
Let me check how
Put
long
on
does
it.
leather armor take to put on.
That's a good question.
I think-
probably not. You probably can't put it on fast enough. I think it's like a couple minutes.
It's not. No, that's full plate. It's
No, full
Hey,
plate's like a long time.
Melvin is a wizard, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't have any.
Leather.
any
Well,
proficiency
leather
on.
also gives a 10% spell chance failure to casters.
Ooh,
It does.
Yeah.
that's true.
So you'd have a chance of failing whatever spell you cast. It's not a very big chance, but it's a chance nonetheless.
So, are you gonna be putting on? It'll take you 5 rounds if you do it hastily, basically.
I will just hang on to it for now.
Okay. As you kind of tuck away the armor, Alar stepping out, the giant seems to kind of come walking over, not stopping, kind of shoving crowd members out of the way as he walks through, pushing a cart out of his way that kind of drives up to him. Half of it getting past him as the animal kind of charges in front, shoving the cart itself out to the right of him, moving it along faster. You watch as he seems to do it without issue, as he steps finally up in front of you, in front of your cart, and goes, in Dwarvish, I have a message and an offer for the one called Alar.
Huh? I just look up at him.
I gesture to
Yes.
Alar.
The Ironheart Merchant Company, under Alar's guidance and connections, has been requested of a job.
I mean, I'll just look to the guy and listen, but I'm like more attentive now.
As you kind of look over, he kind of continues and goes, a group of necromancers have been spotted in the south of the town, or north of the town. You are asked to deal with them in exchange for a very high-priced reward at the request of the Grey Belts.
James will stroke
I'm-
his beard and nod.
I
Does the
just look
Grey
at
Belt
James
name
and say,
ring any bells to James?
Give me a knowledge, history, or nobility if you have it.
I just
do
look
not.
toward
I
James.
have knowledge
Told you
history.
Alar was making friends.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
All right.
17 plus 3.
Welcome in. All right. As with 17 plus 3, as you kind of think back, the Grey Belts are a well-known family in the dwarven Snowbeard lands. They were a minor clan that specialized specifically in hunting. Though they didn't take any part in politics, their family is one of the largest as far as dwarven clans go.
James will nod, look to Alar, and go, "This is your contact. If you want us to take the job, you can give a yes or no with this one."
Better paying than Quest we were gonna do probably. And Necromancer's big problem, right?
Yeah, they are.
I'll just nod to the guy that will do it. Yeah.
It looks at you and goes, "Perfect." And he kind of you see him go to pull from his side, out of a pouch, a black letter with a red emblem on it, or a red seal on it, with someone's, or the signet ring seemingly pushed into it. You see the signet of what looks to be a pair of antlers on it, as he hands it to Alar.
I'm guessing I'd recognize that as the Greybeard crest.
Not Greybeard,
Family.
Grey Belt, and
Grey Belt. Sorry.
that is not their emblem. Nope.
Oh.
I'll just look at the ring and look at the guy. Or it's very simple-minded.
Well, not the ring. It's not a ring itself. I'm just saying it's the wax,
wax
seal.
seal.
Yeah.
The wax
Yeah.
seal. It's got the imprint of the emblem.
Yeah, okay. Well, he told us roughly where they are. I'm guessing we have to look for them ourselves. I'll just ask. Know exactly where wizards are, or just rough area?
He looks at you, looks at the black letter he handed you, still yet unopened, and then looks back at you.
I mean, I'm opening it while I ask, but like general questions.
He doesn't seem to answer as he waits.
I'll just open it. Why not?
As you open it, you see it reads in common. Does Alar read it out loud, or do you want me to send this to you?
If you could send it, because with Alar's very rough comment, I don't think Alar reads anything out loud.
All right, one moment.
I would butcher 90% of what's said because of Alar.
It'd be like a second grader sounding out their words.
Actually,
Or
no.
Kindergartner.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be good if I tried to read it. It wouldn't be pretty. It'd be even worse because my reading common is even more rough than my spoken common.
Yeah.
I've never properly learned.
Don't
Who
worry.
needs it?
That's
Alar
okay.
will
I don't
keep-
know Dwarvish, so I've just been staring at this
Oh,
guy the whole time.
no, dude. My Dwarvish from an item I'm wearing. I don't know Dwarvish either. I'm wearing
James
a
is
Dwarven
the
belt.
only natural Dwarvish speaker here.
Hey, I speak Dwarvish.
Oh wait,
He
yeah,
does.
you learned it though.
Okay.
I was careful.
You learned it
Wording.
too.
But,
No, dwarves
it
are
existed,
born
right?
knowing it.
But since you guys aren't going to see it, I am using a new vestige I haven't used before. We're using Dulvernar today. The
Who does
Spirit
what
of
now?
Madness. The Spirit
Oh.
of Madness.
Spirit of Madness.
He's also called the Tortured One.
Oh.
He's decently good for necromancers because it gives me immunity to a lot of stuff necromancers usually do to you, like wisdom drain and damage for undead, immunity to madness, insanity, other confusion effects.
That's good. All right.
So I thought it'd be useful.
After Alar reads it, I gesture for the meta. If you're not going to say anything.
Yep. I mean, I'll decide who to hand to after I see what it says.
Oh, you just don't know what it says.
No, he's typing it out.
Oh.
Nope. Yep, it took me a minute.
Okay. And because there's no reason not to test run, I'll just post the. I just wanted to see what it said before I. Here you go. So 2 miles north of the city, so it's very nearby.
The horned smile.
Yeah, we'll be able to handle this with just the cart, it looks like.
Yeah, we can just head out and do this.
Before we do, let's take a quick detour back to the ship after we pick up one more thing while we're out.
I'm just gonna nod to the guy and say we'll handle after some preparation, but we'll handle today.
And he kind of turns and stares at James for a moment and goes, "And what reward do you seek for the job, or would you choose to decide this post job?"
We'll see what we need afterwards.
Yes, I think post job's fair because we don't know how many necromancers are here.
The master has understood. He has stated to inform you there should be no more than 4 individuals. Good luck. As he kind of slightly bows, turns, and starts walking away.
James is going to look at Alar and pat your arm, unless you're crouched down for him to pat your shoulder.
Yes.
And go, you made some good friends.
Who is this?
This is one of the most powerful dwarven clans there is. They don't
Alar made
deal
friends
with
Alar made friends with multiple people in the black market.
Does the horn smile stand out to me?
Give me a roll. Let's say a knowledge. I'll take history or intelligence.
Okay. It'll just be intelligence.
Okay.
19.
Oh. Ooh.
As you think for a moment, you hear something in your head, for just a second of seemingly a image of the tavern that was Thinks' adventuring guild previously. The burn mark of that one name that you saw across the wall did not match it, but you saw below it a bounty poster that looked to have been cut in half with the same name kind of slightly on there, slightly burned into the poster. And as you think for a second, you also remember seeing a similar name reading back on that staff that you had seen at the top of the stairway.
So I don't exactly know who they are, but I did see them on a wanted poster and this really sketchy staff.
Out of character, Melvin, do you actually remember the staff? On a curiosity. The staff at the top of the stairs of the tavern before. Okay, making sure. All right.
All right. Thanks for the input. Do you know who this horned smile person is, Alar?
I'm reading something from our PMs. I think I've gotten a hint towards it. Yes. Alar hear rumors. Hasn't met directly. Heard rumors. Leader of group Smiling Demons. Has large horns. Could be same person.
Name checks out.
Well,
there's horns involved.
Well, we have a job. We need to go stop somewhere first, because I think generally James would have us all load back up to leave at this point, because not wanting everyone to overhear the plans.
Okay. Assumedly, Rollman would be the one, I assume, at the head of the cart while you head inside the carriage with Alar and the very...
James suddenly smelling the troll ass.
Say, the very strong scent.
Vlad, what do you have on you that makes you smell like that? Because you don't look horrid.
He's from the streets, James.
I'm not going back in that car.
Smell like what?
You smell like a troll's ass.
Smell rotten.
Well, I mean, hey.
How long has it been since you taken a bath, kid?
We'll get you a bath before we go, because the scent could give us away. But aside from that, we're gonna go get potion bottles because my healing can't keep us all up.
Oh, potions?
Yes, bottling some potions from the potion crane.
There's a bandolier of potions on Alar's chest.
How many does Alar have?
4. And two blue potions, which are Illyrian potions.
Well, then I guess Alar.
You told me to go
handing...
bottling during downtime, so I did.
Alar, if you wouldn't mind handing one off to Rollman and one off to our new wizard friend, I can use my spells for me if desperately needed.
I'll handle light wounds to each, and I'll keep the weird purple moderate healing potion because, you know.
Your light wounds.
Yeah, cure light.
Cool. I'll put it right next to my 5 cure minor wounds potions.
Yep.
I hiding those?
Yeah. What's up, Roland? Good.
Where is he hiding those in his ragged?
Underneath the invisible cloak that you don't see.
Yeah.
So as he just goes to put it on his side of his belt, you watch as it almost disappears suddenly.
Looking at the kid.
Give me a fortitude save, because I was gonna say, with you looking in there, I imagine the very strong smell being concentrated coming out of the little peephole is gonna hit you right in the nose.
Is 21 for sitting in the cart.
Okay. You manage not to retch, which is good. It still hits your stomach, and you can still the smell is still horrid, but you managed to keep it down.
Nice.
Rollman,
the mimic shit smelled bad.
The stench hits you at such a concentrated amount in that tiny window. As it goes up your nostrils, it's like nothing you've ever smelled before. I mean, you've never been around hot troll ass before, and after this, you probably never will want to be, as you vomit over the side of the cart.
Jesus.
You know, I can't even say that I've ever noticed it.
I'm sure you can't smell anything.
Accurate.
Well, then with this, we can probably head straight there instead.
Alright. You're not going to head back to your ship?
We'll head back there first, let them know what's going on before heading out,
Okay.
I think, if everybody's agreeing to this.
Sure, how far away is the ship?
About an hour from the city, so about an hour and 20-ish minutes from where you're at currently, being in front of the Kinky Buckle.
It's still early. Yeah, we can go do that.
Can Alar just meet you on northern edge of town? Can't handle smell.
You can ride out there with Rollman.
Alar just gonna walk.
You be fine on your own? I look to the kid.
That's not the kid talking. That was Alar.
No, I'm talking. You said me and him are leaving, and you're just going back with the kid. Melvin. What is happening here? You said me and
I'm riding in the back of the carriage with the kid.
Oh,
you're driving.
I see what you're talking about. Okay.
And
Alar said they were leaving.
I see. I understand where we're at now. I was very confused.
You're good, no worries. Been there, man.
This is why Rollman's not the thinker.
Hey, I am a thinker.
Bro, you are going to get hit, and he's not going to save you, and you're going to be really mad, and this is going to be why.
What's your intelligence, James?
Oh, we've been over this. 14.
Yeah.
Can I buy nose plugs while I'm walking to the north end of town?
Yes, you can, well, not really nose plug being sold.
Well, cotton.
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 Cotton in this weather? I mean, you know.
Look, either I'm fighting nose plugs or something similar to stuff my nose with. I'm not smelling that again.
Alright, let me think. Yeah.
Suddenly, Melvin's realizing his troll ass armor is apparently stunk this whole time.
And then his party mates previously, which really didn't have an understanding of hygiene. Laura, as you go, subtract 5 gold pieces from your inventory.
So give me a pair.
As you kind of following along the side of the cart, one of the merchants selling cheap and thick silk that is not good quality, but it's really thick and filled with something that's is similar to cotton, but seems to be less fluffy and more dense. They charge what looks to be about 5 gold pieces for about a foot, as you manage to have them kind of cut the foot in half after buying it and shoving it into your nose.
Give me a pair.
Anything's better than that again.
Give me another 5 gold pieces, and feel free to add thick silk nose plugs.
Yes.
James is fine. He doesn't enjoy the scent, but he smelled worse.
All right. As you guys continue now, so you are heading to the airship, or are you heading straight to?
Yes, because I want to get this man. I want to get this child a bath and a meal before we end
use
up walking toward
presentation.
death.
Roman says, use your magic, James. To
If
make
we're
things
about to go
less
fight
clean.
Necromancer, I'm going to have to use it. So wasting it here isn't exactly smart.
Yeah, they're going to the ship. I'm just off to the northern edge of town. I'm going to wait.
All right.
Don't get jumped by Buster.
That-
Really bad.
That smell was so shocking. Allura doesn't want to be near it.
Alright, no worries. As you kind of continue, or as you head back towards the airship, kind of getting Melvin a meal as well as giving him a bath and having him take off the take off what looks to be clothing. You watch as he starts to. Melvin, do you actually take a bath, or are you just, when he locks you in the room with a giant tub of hot water, are you just gonna stand there?
I mean, I'll like get in the water, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, all your gear's still on. All right, yeah. As you kind of climb in, as you kind of stand there for, just kind of sit down into it and wait a few minutes. After a
You
few
can hear
minutes,
some arguing going out in the hallway of me talking to Slaughter, going, Scales and Slaughter going, one of you two, please go in there and show him how to bathe himself. He smells horrible. We can't have this.
after neither, well, give me a diplomacy check. Let's see if you can convince them.
Can you convince one of them to go in there with the smell?
That's a 21.
21.
Oh, he's very convincing.
All right. As Slaughter and Scales kind of seem to nod, and as the two of them do, heading in, annoyed at the concept,
13-year-old child does not know how to bathe themselves. Please, I can't.
As the two come in, Melvin, you hear and you kind of have a thought to your head that tells you, these individuals seem to expect you to take off your clothes and roll around in the water a bit. As the two kobolds, both roughly about the same height, one red, one blue, kind of come walking in. One wearing what looks to be thick wizard robes, and the other seemingly a bit heavier, what looks to be a mix of scale and pieces of plate kind of attached onto it in different areas. Both come walking in and look at you as the
Just
blue
barrel rolling in the water.
blue one looks at you, kind of doing that, and goes. Looks back out at you, James. It kind of opens the door and looks back at you, James, and goes, he seems to have it under control. That's how I bathe.
All right, then.
Want to bathe on this ship?
And kind of as they kind of step out. After a few moments, Melvin, after you get out, kind of stepping out, there you see a towel kind of set off to the side that James had set for you. As you hear once again in your head, they probably expect you to dry yourself as well, so you're not soaking wet.
We'll do so.
As you kind of start drying off, Scales goes to open the door, and as the smell immediately hits him, he goes, "Oh, James!" Oh, as you see him kind of stick his fingers into his nostrils and close his mouth, try and close his mouth and speak with a closed mouth. Go, "Oh, James, It kind of closes the door and looks back over and goes, "It didn't help. I can taste it. It's in the air." And you see him turn and run to the stairs to run upstairs.
James looks stressed. And you know who's good with helping on figuring these matters out? Grandpa.
Yes.
Grandpa, why does he smell so bad?
The new lad smells like shit. Any idea on how to help get it to stop?
Grandpa just looks at
Maybe
you.
if he eats a bunch of onions, right?
And
You
look,
eat something that smells strange. It'll mask the smell,
It's just on my favorite
The-
watching.
the-
You don't combat smells with smells. That makes a worse super smell, damn it.
No. Well, a less painful smell.
Grandpa just looks at you two, just shakes his head, just sighs and goes and puts his hands up. goes to the door, opening it, and kind of heads inside, closing it behind him as he looks at you, Melvin. Melvin, you see this kind of about 6 foot tall, round, very hefty old orc with a thick beard, a gray beard on his chin. He looks to have very heavy smile lines and looks to be somewhat jolly overall as he kind of comes walking in. You saw him earlier working around in the ship's kitchen as they brought you in here. As he kind of walks in, though, shutting the door behind him, he looks at you and goes, "Okay. Listen, youngster, I can tell exactly... I know what you are and I know who you are. You need to tell your master, the one looking at me through your eye, that he needs to make sure you don't stink. Whatever you're wearing to cover that makes you smell, it needs to go." You see him kind of plugging his nose and holding his nose as best as he can and goes, "You need..." He kind of gets down onto Melvin's level and looks Melvin right in the one eye and goes, "I know you can see me." And goes, "Fix it, or explain to him how to fix it." Kind of stands back up and looks down at Melvin and gives him a pat.
Just, what are you talking about?
Does Melvin not even know he's Melvin?
Melvin's forgotten.
Melvin just hears, shit, he sees me.
Melvin just kind of pats you on the head and looks down at you and goes, "Alright. I assume you didn't travel with good company beforehand, so I'm going to explain to you. You stink. You smell horrible. Everyone in the ship is literally throwing up as just you walking by.
You know, I'm mildly concerned that I was in a city of bards for a long time, and not a single one of them said anything.
Well, there is a common thing bards use. It's this... how do I explain? You might be a little young for this, but there's a drug that in the city I found was pretty common. It's this little white powder. It gives you a great buzz to make you a lot faster and capable, but it also clogs up your sense of smell. Unless you're an individual who tastes, such as with your tongue, which means that most of the guards around here probably use something that numbs out their tongues, which is more concerning now that I think about that. Grandpa just you see him kind of stroking his beard as he goes into this thought process for a moment. And then looks back down at you, and then, as he kind of finally comes to an end of the thought and goes, maybe bards are polite individuals. Maybe that's why. I'm impressed because you smell like the one that caught the scent of on the other on the rest of this group after they come back from that giant world leader reward ceremony thing. There's a foul stench that stuck to him, and I wondered what that was. Kind of looks at you for a second out of the side eye as he kind of looks down.
Melvin, ask him how he can see me.
This has turned into 20 questions with Grandpa.
And I scratch the back of my head. If there was something in my head, how did you see it?
Please tell Zebril that his spies are pretty easy to pick up when you know a good bit of magic.
But that's canonically not true. This can't be.
That's not how this works. Wait a minute.
Grandpa,
Zebril breaking the fourth wall of the back.
Zebril, the time dragon, is like, that canonically doesn't happen.
Grandpa
He already
does
broke
not care for your
the fourth wall
continuity.
into this world. He
The name Grandpa just catching Zebril off guard here, I guess, truly.
for sure.
So,
Zebril. No, that's me, Melvin.
Oh, hang on. I'm getting a thought.
Tell him to make you not be able to be seen. No, me. Tell him to make me not
Just
able
get
to
rid
be
of the
seen.
smell, goddammit.
I'm sorry.
Just make him smell better.
I'm still bothered. by
Is
the
Zipper
fact.
okay?
I'm just more bothered by the fact that the kobold just went, hold on, I'm having a thought. Like, alright.
So,
You know what? He's
are you
smart,
able
but
to
he
make
thinks
me
it's
not? Oh,
dialogue.
wait, no, not me. The thing in my head not be seen.
Grandpa kind of looks at you and goes, it's just the fact that I can sense a different magic from yours. It's your magic's kind of weak in comparison when you have an overwhelming force on top of it. No matter how much you hide it, it's still somewhat seeable.
Okay, but ask him this. Ask him this. My magic isn't magic. How does he see it? Because it's not magic. Ask him.
A knock on the
do you-
door. How's it going in there, Grandpa?
The boy refuses to take off the robes that smells, as you hear the very, like, slightly more deeper and clogged voice, as it sounds like someone's trying not to breathe.
Well, just tell me how to make the ass not smell like ass, and I can figure out how to fix it.
Wait, are you wearing troll ass?
Perhaps. I cannot confirm nor deny,
I don't think it's fixable.
as I am dressed like a commoner, and I look side to side.
He looks at you and goes, "It's in." He kind of sighs and goes, "Just take off the cloak." Oh man, that scent doesn't go away. Like piles on itself. You really have no idea. How did anybody travel with you beforehand? Jesus Christ!
Well, you know, I avoided an aboleth, and it didn't even notice the smell.
Are you sure about that?
Well, avoided is the wrong word, I suppose.
Okay. He nods and goes, "My sympathies. Just please get rid of the cloak. It's really getting hard to handle, and it just builds on itself. I don't know how, but it smells worse. Oh God." Okay, he's like backing up towards the door.
James didn't know. James hearing the footsteps will crack the door open so that Grandpa can come out.
Don't do
quickly.
that. No, stop.
Don't give me a fortitude to save James.
And he, right as the door opens, Melvin will
17.
hesitantly toss the cloak to Grandpa.
Oh no.
Dude, he takes it. Suddenly, as a cloak like materializes out of nowhere, as you pull it off of yourself and toss it over, it is nothing but like this grayish flesh with little brown stars every once in a while around it, like designed onto it. As he looks at it and goes, "You hear abomination," as he kind of like opens the door. James, you start vomiting almost immediately as the gas has pressurized and shoots out like a steam hitting you. It is horrendous.
We'll say, Scales, if you know prestidigitation, we're gonna need to use that all fucking night.
As you turn, Scales is gone, and so is the rest of the crew of this level already.
Of course they are. You think they stayed?
As Grandpa comes stepping out.
I just think in my head, well, at least they're distracted now.
You see Grandpa coming out holding the offending cloak that is nothing but just troll. The design, a slight imprints of troll cheeks. As this gray cloak comes out, and Grandpa just nods, holding it, and walks over to a
You
large.
can't even fucking burn that. It'll fucking. Oh god.
Walks over to his large 2-gallon pot and shoves it in and puts the lid on it as he takes a breath and goes, "I need holy water. Probably a god beyond our understanding.
We just toss it over, like when we move somewhere?
I think he still wants it." As you see
What?
Grandpa swallow hard.
For
I'll
what?
put my head out. I mean, I don't have any kind of protection.
We will
Wear
get
the
you
leather
another
armor.
fucking cloak.
You just give him a new cloak. I don't want this troll ass smell.
We're throwing that thing into the fucking ocean and praying to the gods that it never gets seen again.
Where did you
I
get
mean,
this?
it might float.
You hear
That was what I'm gonna do to it.
you hear in your head,
A floater.
Melvin, suddenly the words, "Ask them why they haven't turned their noses off."
I
Grandpa,
wish we could do that.
So,
keep the lid on it, put it in my room. I'll pour. It'll be a
how
pain in the
come
ass,
you
but I'll
guys
pour
keep
some.
using your nose if it smells so bad?
What do you mean?
Because we can fucking taste it if we breathe through our mouths. And it's slightly less offensive to breathe it through our nose.
Grandpa looks at you and looks at your room and smiles and goes, "Alright, I'll put it in your room, as you asked."
James,
Yeah,
are you
I'll
sure about this?
load it up with some bars of tungsten and we'll drop into the fucking ocean.
I'll just drop it in there before. We'll just drop it into the lava and hope for the best while we leave.
No, burning it's gonna make it smell worse.
No.
As Grandpa
The smell will
walks
go
into
away
your
once it burns
room, and like, as he walks into your personal room, opening the door and goes and takes the pot and pours out the armor, running to the door and slamming it shut with
What?
his pot in hand.
He needs his pot.
Yeah.
My pot. He looks at his now it's pot and kind of closes it as he takes after taking a whiff and kind of pulling away and goes, I'm gonna need to sanitize and probably decurse this. And he kind of holds it up in front of him.
James is actually gonna step in there quietly and pick it up and put it into his bag of holding and close it, because that'll keep the smell away from it.
Alright, give me another fortitude save.
He's hacking.
I,
Is there anything else left to hack up? Or are you just gonna dry heap?
it's supposed
That's
to
a
drain me.
26.
26, you managed to finally. There's nothing left as you kind of slightly gag walking in, but as you kind of swallow it down, you kind of step out, or manage to go grab it and toss it into the bag of holding as fast as you can.
I pull out the only other item in the bag of holding right now.
Mhm.
The hammer that was given to me by the one-legged frost giant smith, and I just set it in the room, leaning it near the bed, and I walk out.
This bag of holding is now toxic waste.
Yeah, this thing's going to get thrown off into the fucking ocean.
As the smell kind of comes through the rest of the ship after Melvin opens up the door, kind of stepping out amongst the area. Grandpa just seems to kind of stare in concern as the door emanates out a light green cloud along the bottom of it. That slowly finds its way up to the ship and out the doorway or out the top.
Let's go to the north end. We'll get you a cloak after we do this job, and then you are not the troll-esque cloak no longer exists for all that intents and purposes. Is that understood, Melvin?
Sure. Just make sure I don't die.
You're going to be staying away from the danger. Towards the back, behind you and me.
I say, Melvin.
If you end up in the front line, that's a fucking problem. You're a caster.
You say this as
Whoever
you.
you were
I also would like you to know I could not be flanked when I wore that cloak.
I can tell why.
Melvin, I will say, while James is explaining all this to you, he is in heavy adamant or cobalt armor, with like adamantine sprinkled in and such. Rollman, who's also carrying a massive slightly glowing sword on his back, also
have
well
my
armored.
Warhammer axe.
So these lot looking like professional mercenaries, while you appear to be wearing commoner's clothing. That's as you mentioned,
Which
very
James will
ragged.
be carrying out a clean pair of commoner's clothing and a pair of just regular boots. Here you go. This way you don't look so squalid. And an actual full-size quarterstaff for you.
New stick.
Got a new stick.
I will take the clothing, and then I go to put it on, but from your perspective, like the clothing, nothing changes.
Mm-hmm.
You still look like a.
It just looks like
The illusion makes him look poor.
Yeah, the kobold. He still looks like the kobold that looks very squalid in appearance.
You have an illusion, Melvin?
Something of the sorts. Yeah.
You just gonna look like that forever then?
I mean,
That explains the higher power point I feel on you. Your magic's, you probably have decent potential, but there's something else there that feels a little off.
I can look like something else if you would prefer.
You guys could just ask him to illusion different clothes on.
Just put some different clothes on, so that we don't get dirt. I don't get as many dirty looks for you looking like a squalid, poor little child that I'm
Alright.
forcing into a battle.
If you guys would leave the room, I'll be right back.
We're standing in the hallway. I just gesture to one of the rooms that you can enter.
I go into a room.
I will mention, as you do so, Melvin, you the illusion is of your own making. This is you have your physical form is the kobold currently.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So while you are creating a minor illusion around yourself, basically to the party, to see this individual underneath, you look like a kobold with now normal commoner's clothing on.
You just drop the illusion.
Yeah, because just for your own note, that the item works like shape change, not like illusion magic.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You're literally a kobold.
Still, I'll go into the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will change into the form of the snowbeard.
All right, with the now normal commoner's clothing on.
But the snowbeard is kind of has the build of a smith.
Okay.
Looks pretty average. Nothing too fancy clothing wise on him, but a little dressed better. And then I'll just walk out of the.
All right. James is just rubbing his temples at this point. You're the only one who walked in there, Melvin, so I'm guessing that's you.
I mean, you wanted better clothing.
You're a different person.
And now, as you see him in normal commoner's clothing with a very thick apron that looks to be slightly made of metal, because Melvin's only understanding of the aprons are the ones that from the Illithid lands, and theirs were made of like basically a very fine psionic-like material that allowed them to craft more capably. So the material looks to be like a very fancy and kind of slightly translucent and sparkling pink metal apron. Or smithing apron.
Guys, I'm not the one with no common sense anymore.
James is counting some things on, and he just looks Melvin directly in the face. He goes, "Look, once this is done, you and I are going to have a private conversation where you're going to explain this shit to me. At least a little bit."
I mean, you were worried about people judging you for being with a child, so here we are.
The child part didn't bother me. The poor and wretched part, I was worried about. But let's go. We have a job to do.
I hold up my
use that thing?
pretty thick coin purse, and I'm like, neither poor or wretched, by the way.
James just keeps walking, putting on the kobold helmet. And in Dwarvish, under his breath, Roland can hear him saying, "God fucking damn. I might knock him out before the day is done."
Don't worry about it, James. Here's what I like with new employees.
Melvin, he might knock you out before the day is done. Be careful.
If he looks like a snowbeard, he can take a hit like a snowbeard.
I'm 90% convinced this ain't fucking Zebro in his head. This is just Zilpip. He's just hijacked control of the call.
Zilpip has hijacked this fucking...
This doesn't sound like Zebro at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Zilpip fucking with people, taking over mental controls to talk to people.
Alright, but as you kind of now gather together, now with all your stuff, it's just, I assume, is it just going to be James, Roland, and Melvin heading out with the wagon instead of the carriage?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, as you kind of de-ship, what was that, James?
Move the horse spirit over.
Yep. As you guys kind of come to land, as you will come to port, leaving the land ship and the rest of the party, or the rest of your crew, still kind of relaxing and kicking back, though many of them avoiding the second level now due to the slight smell that is still emanating from it.
I'm selling this bag of holding as a mystery bag of holding for double the money at some point.
Oh my god. That's cruel.
Evil.
That's evil. But as you kind of begin to head towards towards the city gates, preparing to meet up with Alar, we're gonna take a quick pause for anybody's got to run to the restroom, grab water or whatsoever. We'll be right back. All right. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know where the AC bum came from. I thought I don't. That's why I was confused on myself when I heard that. We are back though. All right. Where were we?
You'll still get hit a lot, Melvin, but we're good.
With you lot meeting up with Alar, give me a D100 roll, someone, and let's see if anything interesting happens.
Who wants to
You know
do it?
what,
Who's
Melvin, let's let you do it this time.
all right?
That way
Let's
we
see
can blame you.
$37.
Decent.
All right.
While we were in the ship, could I have put on the leather armor as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just note that every time you cast now, you'll have to roll D100 for a % chance of failure.
So spell failure percent, put 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And now you have.
So if you roll a D100, if you get anything but 10 or lower, basically the spell fails.
The spell will just turn off. Yeah.
What? All right. Alar, also, why'd you send me this?
Oh, I wanted to see if I could find those because I've been gone this ship for like more than an hour because they had to have a long walk.
It'll be 2 hours since we had to come back to.
Yeah, 2 hours, so I have time to look around a bit.
Something like that wouldn't be very common amongst this area because wagons haven't really become a major form of transport yet as the war's been going on. So I'd say no. Currently, it'd be pretty hard to find something up to that design. I mean, materials to make one, yes. Shields, 100% to just attach onto, but specifically a wagon shield, no.
Damn, I'll try later. I figured with Melvin being small, it'd be really good for him to have constant 3/4 cover.
Right.
I'll look at a different city. It's fine.
Yeah, it does eat your spell as well.
Have you crouch down.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Vidos, thank you. Gotta appreciate the commentary in general chat every time I look over. Yeah, so with 37, let's see. Where are we at? Ooh, okay, interesting.
Rocks fall, we all die.
No, rocks, carrying rocks fall. That's how it actually works. You know, that works for me for today. Okay.
The anvil appears once again at a random nation.
The anvil
Yes.
just arrives.
You saw a quarterstaff being given away. I was like, I need to judge this quarterstaff.
I'm being copied.
All right. As you lot now,
Well,
it is still.
Hey, Andrew, you want this all natural cloak that I found?
Oh God. As you lot kind of meet up with Olar towards the gate, the western gate, kind of meeting up to head, continuing around north, you lot manage to kind of follow the somewhat created mud path that's been slowly getting carved in, going towards Mercenary Hollow from Diamond's death, as you kind of follow it along the way, assuming that would be the road that was referred to. As you do so, give me some search checks for those who are actively looking and kind of watching. You guys have about an hour of movement before anything is going on.
My one weakness, actually seeing things. I have no ranks in search or spot.
Alar
Right.
obviously
Never fucking
would
mind.
probably notice that there is no longer a kobold. There is another snowbeard.
There's another snowbeard amongst the ranks.
I'm not
Said
questioning.
search.
Yep.
25.
There's that guy with lots of eyeballs can see good.
13, so I'm glad that we finally have someone who can search for things.
Hey, I've been searching. What are you talking
You
about?
just got a shit roll this time. You
I
got
had an
two.
extra
Wow.
+3, but I had to get rid of it.
Hey, it smelled bad.
That cloak is now deemed an untouchable item. You fucking go for it.
It's hazardous
Swear to
material.
God.
It's hazardous material.
It's nuclear waste.
26-13 was Melvin's again.
25.
25, fuck. And then yeah, thank you. Hey, all right, perfect.
You're welcome.
As As you continue on the road, the trees seem to kind of thicken as you get about a mile out. Much of the forest around the city itself has been cut back and torn out for clear reasons of just sight lines and such. But as you get about a mile out past, you begin to come into the more thicker forest as it begins to kind of expand out. Very heavy common trees, seemingly some almost hundreds of years old for how thick they are. These are massive trees. As you guys continue through the path, darkening out the already slightly darkened cloud or sky above you from the clouds themselves. The rain seems to almost completely stop, and the chill wind almost kind of picks up in this hefty forest, giving a kind of creepy whistling sound as it goes through, as you hear the wind rush by. As you begin to look, Melvin and Alar, you manage to catch something seems to be off. You don't hear any birds chirping, any crickets, any sound other than the wind itself. It's almost strangely and eerily quiet. The thick roots on the ground outside of the road you're kind of following kind of seem to almost, some of them stick out and push back into the ground, making most of the outside of this route really rough terrain to walk about. Some vegetation seems to line the ground, but the trees themselves seem to dominate most of it, as much of the forest canopy being so dark kind of cuts out any light that would allow most of the plant life down here to grow. But as you notice in the shadows of the roots, every once in a while something seems to flicker. A slight reddish light kind of catches your eye. It almost seems to be for a split second as it disappears. Melvin, as you get a better look of it, something catches your attention that there is not one, but 3, maybe 4 of these creatures, and they seem to be medium-like creatures with long skeletal bones that you kind of catch a glimpse of as one of the creature's tails kind of sticks out, and it seems to move about as it disappears into another shadow for a moment.
Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing?
Alar thinks so.
I'm not seeing anything. What is it?
I will give them all the information that I've seen.
Yeah.
The bony thing wiggling through the tree line.
Alright, if we're dealing with undead, then I can take a crack at it immediately, but let's try and confirm what it is.
I don't want to just jump
Are
and see if I can axe.
Are there trees around us? Are we basically getting close to being surrounded?
It is not all around you, but on either side, because the road that you're following is being maintained and is clear. So as you kind of look about, it only looks to be on the right side as you kind of notice this alarm, Melvin. Not undead trees.
Undead ants. Oh god.
That'd be
I mean,
scary.
if I just see where it's peaking constantly as we walk, can I just swing at it where I think it's gonna show up next?
You can't.
It's random wiggling through.
You can't prepare an action yet.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll try.
Alright, as you guys continue going, another 30-ish or so minutes kind of passes as now you've gotten to a point where the forest itself is dark enough due to the hefty canopy above that you can't really see much of what's behind you, past out about a mile or two. So the shadows themselves seem to almost kind of swallow up the route behind you as you continue on. As you continue walking the Alar, you manage to spot one of the creatures as it seems to put its head out, a long cat-like head seemingly pokingly out for a moment.
Bonk.
Give me an
Holy
attack.
shit. 31.
Damn!
Is that a crit?
Is that
or
a
do you not
crit?
19?
No.
Man.
No. I don't think. Let me check Great Axe. I don't think they're 19, 20 crits. I could be
As the creature as
no,
you go to swing at the creature, you hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. As well as let's roll initiative, everyone. 20.
20
Here we go.
20 damage.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Right off the
That's
bat.
good.
I rolled a 4.
It's a +4 great axe. What do you expect?
That's fair.
Alright. Going into a
Alright.
frenzy.
Well, if I gotta
James not
4
used to
for
his new armor yet,
Melvin.
but
James got a 12.
I'm quick on the draw. It makes sense. I already hit the
Alar
creature. It
got
makes,
an 18.
Math.
and I'm assuming because of the bonus, these are undead, so it's not affected by my axe's ability.
Correct.
28.
Yeah, I figured.
28. Jesus, Roman. Alright. And where is my fight? There we go. Damn. Melvin got a 4.
He said, yeah.
oh yeah. Okay.
No,
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Yeah, which
He's
ain't...
he's very,
What-
He's
Which
new to
would
this.
be-
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he's just a commoner, you know? Totally.
Yeah,
He got
as
a
with a 4, he wasn't expecting. He was kind of looking out over, kind of sitting on the wagon, enjoying looking at the darkness, the cool trees. It's a new place, Plus the fact that he spotted the creature, caused attention.
Yeah, totally too busy watching the creature. That's my excuse.
As the creature, or as Lar manages to smack this large, what you realize is a 7-foot long, tiger-like skeleton. Looks to be very thick and recently somewhat removed of flesh, as you can still smell the scent of death on the creature. You are up first, Roland, as you go.
Okay. How far away is it?
As you look over, kind of as you were sitting at the head of the wagon, a Alar managed to kind of put themselves up to about 5 feet to your left. So it's about 10 feet, but you'll have to kind of step down. Or, I mean, if you want to try and swing at it from on top of the cart seat.
I'm very tall. Please don't.
Let me just behead Alar real quick to get him out of the way.
I mean, that's how it works. Rip and tear, man.
Rip and tear till it's done. Nah,
Hold on, let's get the Doom music going.
I will I'll go and hop down,
All right.
and I'll flank it.
Yeah,
again.
as you climb down, move off the cart, as you get in front of the creature, it seems to still be focused on Lars. You kind of stand off to the kind of move slightly over to the right of it, getting slightly off to its side. It doesn't seem to pay any attention to you, as you now can see the back of its head as it looks off to the other side towards Alar, glaring at them. Now, let's note a little crack on the skull.
All right. Yeah. Roland has his normal Bessa sword that James made, and then in his offhand he has one of the katanas from Zell's right hand. Dual wielding them.
Oh no!
He got that feat for a reason.
I forgot I gave you a katana. No.
You gave me a +2 katana. You
I
gave me
know
two of
I
them.
did.
Which is technically a bastard sword.
Bessa sword, and it's medium size, so it's a light weapon.
I didn't think you'd risk going back and fighting a god to get it.
Well, he was gone.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
if you'd popped in there, you would have been killed instantly.
Look,
So.
if he popped in right then that wish I got was basically useless. You know.
Yeah, because we went back after he was banished.
All right, so flanking gives a +2, right?
Yes.
Good thing that cancels out the negative of dual wielding. All right.
Sick.
Yeah. So this first attack, I'll be using leading the charge maneuver. So if I hit this, everyone gets a +4 to attack rolls.
Okay.
I'll do this with the katana because there's a better chance. Come on.
Man looks at his bastard
21.
sword, looks at his katana, goes to swing down with the katana, and manages to hit.
Nice. So katana. It didn't save the damage. What the fuck?
Also, because it's still technically flat-footed, just so you know.
Ooh. Okay. So that's yeah. It's +2 to damage, Drew, right? Flanking? I should know these things.
Off the top of my head, I do not remember if that's the case. I thought it was just...
+2 to
Attack.
hit.
No, just
Yeah.
just.
I think it's
attack.
just a hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ads go away.
Thank you, World Handle.
Yes. That is. I didn't put in /roll. Okay.
That would probably help.
Yep.
I think that's an important part of this process.
11.
11. As you swing down with it, as as the strike goes through, you watch as the creature's spine kind of seems to kind of cave in a little bit at the hit of the blade, causing the creature to slightly bend, catching the blade a little bit. As it does so, pulling back, you watch as a piece of the spine seems to almost pull out with it, kind of loosening the cord that's holding the creature together.
Okay. Now this is with the bastard sword. Oh, well, 12 to hit.
12 to hit. As you go to turn and swing immediately after, the creature seemingly turning its head, seeing the blade coming, moves itself slightly to Lar. Without moving from this position it's in, the creature seems to easily dodge past your blade. Now staring at you.
Dead. All right. That's my turn.
All right. As the creature looks up, it is going to screech
It's also
out.
Forget my dodge feat. Just
Okay.
put that out there.
Good to know. It is going to screech out. As it does so, you hear as 3 more seem to answer in response. The creature seems to look back up at Rolman and goes to try and take a bite out of him. Or rather, sorry, is going to try to grapple him. My apologies.
Ooh.
All right.
Let's go ahead and see if you can hit it, and if not, let's.
Oh,
see.
it doesn't have the improved grapple? Okay.
It does not.
Hit time.
Stab it.
Stab time. With katana. Yes.
You have to name that katana by the end
18.
of it. 18 does not hit. As
Grapple
the
check now, right?
huh? Yep.
Grapple check now.
As the creature seems to easily smack away your blade with its claws and goes to grapple you, grabbing hold. And I rolled like shit. Damn. Oh, that hurts.
21.
Oh, that hurts worse. As you manage to kind of, as your blade gets knocked away, coming back up with your other blade, managing to knock away with the side of it, the hands coming for you, easily shoving the creature to the ground. It just stares up at you, annoyed. It hasn't moved, so it's instead going to go ahead and attack you as a tentacle comes kind of spewing out of its mouth as it opens its mouth fully at you, roaring as it does so, and is going to make an attack.
Don't hit me, please.
That's a 28.
You miss. No.
No?
I wish.
Alright. That is 1d10 plus 5. As
Ow.
the creature, the tentacle seems to smash into your chest, tearing through the, what was it, leather, I think is what your armor is now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Putting a hole, piercing
Leather.
through the leather, kind of piercing into your shoulder. You feel as your arm kind of slightly slackens as the muscles kind of take the impact. As the creature pulls it back, it pulls you technically into another grapple check. So let's go again.
Oh, grappling again?
Yep. Every time it makes a successful with its tentacle, we're grappling.
Oh, grapple? Do I get an attack or no?
Yep, you do.
Stab him this time.
I'm trying, man.
Oh,
I'm
never
trying.
mind. I'm wrong, actually, because of the fact that it used it. It's never mind. It's got improved grab. My bad.
Okay.
You do not get to stab it, so it's just yours against
Could
its.
roll the here, it evened out.
Oh,
Oh,
don't
I think
worry.
that's a
Double slash.
Yep,
double
there you
slash.
go. 26. 26.
All right. I have to beat that.
Oh, good to know.
28.
God damn it! As
No
you manage to easily again smack away its hand, or the creature's tentacle, the tentacle pulls back into its mouth as the creature's head kind of slightly recoils back. It seems to roar in response as it ends its turn, and the other three are going to go. The two others seem to appear behind Alar as suddenly jumping out of the side of the roots. The two larger creatures seem to look to be a bit bigger than the one that you currently have somewhat flanked Alar and Rulaman. As you look at them, these two look to be instead in the shape of what looks to be a large hobgoblin, and the other looks to be a large bugbear-like creature. As they kind of stare at you, pieces of flesh dripping off of them, their bones slightly bleached and where it's somewhat kind of showing through, but otherwise the pieces of flesh still kind of falling off of it. Both creatures are going to immediately go after Alar. Alright. Let's see. That's 14 on one. And man, the dice gods hate me or love you, one of the two.
They learned today that Alar with his current vestige has thicker skin that blocks the attack.
As the tentacles seem to like bounce off of your skin and easily kind of slamming into and not seemingly piercing, as the creatures seem to look at you as they pull back, recoiling back their tongues, looking at you almost with slight disbelief on the slightly strewn, flesh-covered face, muscles kind of slightly twitching as they do so, as some pieces start to droop. The last of the four is going to come along the other side of the cart and is going to grab at James from behind, which is sneak attack damage if it can hit. It's a 22,
I
James.
have a 24
Fuck!
AC.
He's the wall of this part.
James-
Even flat-footed, I have a 23.
Alright, as it doesn't even meet James, as you kind of staring over at Rolaman, who's just jumped off to your side, off the cart, seeing Alar being kind of now attacked by two others that seemingly can just kind of be slightly seen at the side as they seem to shoot their tentacles at Alar, kind of causing her to turn, looking over at them, as you suddenly feel something smack the back of your armor. Feels like something like an arrow or something that's just thudded against it. As you look back, you see the this tiny goblin, small goblin, looking up at you. It's recoiling back as it kind of takes a slight falter in its step as it returns its tentacle into its mouth. The eyes slightly glowing gold as it looks up at you. Bits of flesh kind of hanging. This one looking slightly, instead of greenish skin, looks to be brown, and you see bits of what looks to be a dark brownish blood kind of coming or flowing through the holes.
The skeleton looking at it failed stab. It's like, well, this is awkward.
That ends its turn because it can't move. So that ends their turns. Alar, you are up.
Alar, angry. 21 is a shit roll.
21?
to hit.
All right. Any specific one you're hitting, or are you just swinging in general?
The one I already hit.
All right. That hits.
Alar doesn't appreciate this thing. Try and sneak up on them. To be honest. That's 9. Oh, hey, same damage.
20. Okay. As you hit the creature, now, and remind me, what are you hitting them with? The Great Axe?
This is the +4 Great Axe. Yeah.
Remind me, in the description, what metals are used?
I don't think you told me.
Was it just a +4? Yeah, because it was just a normal Great Axe, right?
You told me the kind of curse it was and what it did. You never told me metals.
Okay, then yeah, it's just a normal bronze Great Axe. Then never mind. Okay, I want to make sure. I didn't know if it was a specialty item.
Metal to you once.
It did appear silvery. You did describe how it looked.
Okay.
You just never stated what metals it was.
You said it was a black blade, and when the curse left, it was a silvery axe. But
you
never said.
Yes, thank you. I remember now this axe. Okay, I want to make sure. I was like, is this the one I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Again, 4 campaigns to keep track of. I couldn't remember if this is whose weapon.
You're
All
fine.
right.
That's why I sat here and I gave the reminder I had.
All right. So as you slash into the creature, you see as its attention seems to be almost immediately drawn to you. The wound that as you cuts into the bone, kind of slashing into one of its legs. You watch as the bone seems to cleanly cut through much easier. As you pull away, or managing to pull away, the weapon seems to come away from the creature without issue. As it looks at you now, slight focus on towards you. The creature seems, or the two creatures behind you seem to make a sudden movement as you hear them kind of trying to stand, back up a little bit, not moving out of their square, of course, but starting to back away.
Scared of axe. Smart. And the one in front of me is still alive, right?
Yes.
All right. 27 to hit.
All right. That hits.
All right. 19 damage.
19. Okay. As you slash into the creature once more, it seems to almost kind of look up at you now, a slight, kind of slightly lowering its body a little bit as it looks up, kind of looking its mouth slightly open as it seems to almost make a strange hissing sound. All right. Does that end Olar's turn?
Let me check. Yeah, because the standard action. Yes, it does.
All right. James, you are up.
Oh, this will be interesting to see what I can do because I haven't gotten to use this. I've been wanting to.
Mm-hmm.
Using things.
So I'm not moving. I'm going to first use Turn or Rebuke Undead. So first I must make a turning check.
He's turning.
Unless they're all weak enough to be terrified of me already.
What's the hit die for the...
I think that would be...
It depends on your
I have
check.
to roll first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm making sure I do this right. 1d20 plus my charisma mod plus another 2 because I have ranks in religion. That many hit die.
All right.
Well, it's not that many. It's on the thing, so that's clerical.
That's what?
Yeah, so 5 hit dice.
None of the creatures are at all phased or bothered as you begin chanting out a glowing blue light kind of emanating from your body as magic almost kind of slightly feels stronger for a moment around you all. As it kind of dissipates, the creatures seem to look almost towards James with confusion. The three go focusing their attention back onto Allure.
It's gonna deal damage instead because if they won't flee, then that's what it does. This is fun. So,
if your rolling table turning is high enough to let you at least turn some of the undead, you roll damage. Turning damage.
So
That'd be none of them.
Oh.
So that's one action.
Yeah, I'll turn if that little shit's in the car. I'm smacking with the hammer then.
As you turn, looking about, kind of after finishing your chant, saying none of the creatures did anything. Frustration etched on your face, just grabbing the warhammer and going and swinging at the goblin, the undead goblin.
This is my base attack plus the stat I used to hit with.
Plus, if it's a magic, then you're plus hit from that. Yeah.
Yep. So I already have this all set here. 60.
As you go to swing, frustration on your face, and as your master always told you, and your master at arms had always taught you, never fight angry. As you go to swing wildly with your aggression, you cut through the air cleanly. But as you do so, the creature seemingly looks up, not at all phased, as the attack goes clear over its head.
Well, it's the end of my turn.
Melvin,
as I went to ball.
As you sit in the carriage, or in the side of the wagon itself does have a covering over it, just so you know. So it's like an old pioneer, like styled covering, tarp. It has a front and a back, as far as openings for the flaps go. You can hear off to your right as you're kind of facing forward on the cart. The James off to your right fighting and swinging wildly as the wind seems to cut a little bit of the wagon's tarp, kind of clearly cut from his wild swing. Now allowing you to see a little glimpse of his irritation on his face as he just stares at this something below him. Off to your left, you can kind of see out the flap what looks to be Rollerman swinging at a large bony skeleton-like creature, and you can hear it sounds like a Lar as well as a few other figures fighting off to your side, though they seem to be out of vision from where you're sitting in the wagon.
All right. I will kind of climb out,
All right.
but stay near the wagon.
Yeah. If you climb forward, you'll be at the front of the carriage. If you're gonna go to the back, you'll be away from where all the fighting currently is. Just want
Okay.
you going forward or backwards?
Yeah, I'll go to the back.
Okay. Yeah, as you use about 5 feet of movement to climb to the back of the wagon and climb down. As you get on the ground, on your right and around the wagon, you see the goblin-like figure fighting with James. And as you kind of look over to the other side on the left, you see the bugbear and hobgoblin-like figures. Their bodies still rotting and such, kind of standing there, kind of slightly cowering away from Olar, who's swinging their axe madly.
All right.
Excuse me.
You could do this.
We believe in you.
Melvin opens his spell book real quick and look through all the spells.
Yeah.
So why I keep the
A
spell pages?
goblin is not considered humanoid, correct?
There.
They are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to need a will saving throw from the goblin.
Okay. Let me double check. Okay. Let's not roll in general chat. That'll leave a lot of questions for what. There we go. Roll. There we go. That is 20. Now I crit 29.
Okay. Well, it will succeed. Going to try to daze it.
As you kind of look over around the corner and look at the goblin undead-like creature it's fighting with James, as you kind of focus and a bit of the magic seems to start to glow around the creature for a moment. James, you see this as it kind of stands there, and as it kind of shakes its head, the light seems to dissipate as it goes back to focusing on you as you continue swinging at it wildly.
Well, I did move, so I suppose
Yes.
that is my turn.
All right. Did you want to use any more of your movement?
Yeah, I'll kind of duck back behind the carriage.
Okay. Staying out of sight of either side.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Melvin kind of grabs onto the side of the back end of the wagon, pulling his legs up so nothing can see his feet underneath it to spot that he's at the back of it, and holding himself there for the moment. All right. As we run up to the next, back to the top, Rollerman, you're up as this large, bony tiger seems to be kind of focusing on Alar. The other two, hobgoblin and bugbear undead creatures, kind of now behind Alar. You can clearly see. Also noting off to the side where at the top, sitting at the wagon's kind of driver's seat, you can see James kind of wildly swinging at something that's kind of obscured from as it's behind the cart.
Okay.
You short little fuck.
Something short, apparently.
Yeah, something shorter than James. Almost a
Fighting
How injured does this big bony thing look?
The creature looks to be. I mean, as you look down at the wound, give me a heal check.
Heal check. I'm good at those.
Hmm.
Yep, really good.
You know.
Oh,
You're amazing.
Roll not 20 there. That's what was that
Yeah.
for?
Oh, that 20.
That was for the will save.
That was for my will save. Yeah.
Damn. 16.
As you kind of look at the creature up and down, you do notice where the axe of Alar's had hit, the wound does not seem to be healing, or like closing up or regenerating. Though as you look over, the wounds that you've caused all seem to have completely healed themselves.
From a magic weapon.
Energy is made with silver too, so. But
Okay. All right. I'm
Wait,
gonna go ahead
is it?
and
Yeah, he made it with
Okay.
silver in the giant. So one of Rollman's swords is silver.
Yeah, but he hasn't. Oh, he also hasn't hit with that sword yet. He's only hit with the
No, he
katana.
hit with the katana.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I know I'm not dumb right here. Like, give me a minute. No, yeah, the katana's not silver.
Yeah, no,
it's just a normal. It's a normal. Well, it's an iron. Technically, a katana, which isn't normal for the era, but
doesn't help in this situation.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and since this thing apparently heals from my attacks, I'm gonna attack the other things.
Okay.
How far away are they?
They are. If you kind of circle around the creature, you can still stay even without provoking an opportunity attack to get next to Alar to be able to swing at at least the bugbear that is off to the kind of off to the right of Alar and behind them.
Charge.
Theoretically, without leaving the threats of either of the creature, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use the Boots of the Battle Charger and charge as a standard action.
All right.
Right into that bugbear.
Let's see what you got.
And okay. I remember charge rules. Charge. Yeah, alright. And since I am a barbarian that took the totem thingy, I have the pounce ability, which means at the end of my charge I get to do a full round, full attack. So when it gets my 2 swings, let me go here. Hopefully I hit it harder.
Let's see what you got. See if you can manage to hit it harder.
So this is with. Do I get flanking for these or no?
Technically you're right beside them, so not really.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't have to, in a sense, turn to fight the two of you at this point. It's just one direction.
Okay. So this is the first one's with the bastard sword. So that's 8. Come on. 18.
That does not hit.
Shoot. All right. For the katana.
As you go rushing forward, both blades out, one swinging wildly with the larger the bastard sword. The creature the bugbear kind of seeing this seems to duck down.
That should be a 20 because you get a +2 from charging.
Oh, then that does hit. Yes.
Ah, nice. Charging for the win.
Charging for the win.
Okay. That's with my bastard sword. That's the good. That does more damage. Can't remember how much damage. That much damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't I? There we go. Wow. Okay, that was bad.
At least
9 damage.
Is it? You know, hey, that's it's exactly you hit. As you slash into the creature, with the katana, the bugbear looks over, kind of recognizing you as a threat, as the blade sinks in, cutting through a bit of its flesh and tearing away as the flesh kind of falls off, slopping onto the ground, making a wet slapping sound as it does. As you kind of look at the creature, seems to focus its beady red eyes over towards you that seem to be kind of sunken into its skull.
All right, this is the other attack. 28.
28 hits. Damn.
Okay.
Is that not a crit? No, it's 17.
No.
That's why. Jesus.
Close. Okay. Plus that. 8.
8. damage once more
8
as
damage.
you slash into the creature with the follow-up coming at it. Now, is this assumedly with the katana, or is this with your
That's
bastard
with the
sword?
katana.
Okay.
The first one was the bastard sword.
Yeah, as you slash into the creature once more, watching as the lower left arm kind of goes flying as the creature goes to kind of block its face, trying to guard away from the blade. The hand going flying, landing a few yards behind it as the creature kind of lowers its guard, looking back up at you, kind of slightly cowering itself back as far as it can without springing an opportunity attack.
Okay. That was one action. You said the bugbear, and am I adjacent to another enemy?
So there's a hobgoblin to the left of the bugbear, and then there's right behind you is still the large tiger-like skeleton creature.
Cool. With my second action, I'm going to be using Steel Wind Strike to hit both the bugbear and the goblin.
The hobgoblin. All right.
Yeah. With I'll do this.
Thankfully, it's not the Tick-Trick steel wind
No.
strike. Oh
No,
man,
thankfully not.
every time.
Mm-hmm. I'll do the katana.
Well, remember, he is the anime protagonist for this run.
I'm the anime protagonist.
Yeah,
the closest thing we have to one of this part.
I mean, he's got his own
I
hair
wanna be.
already.
I don't want to be the protagonist.
Yeah,
so.
you got the harem going. You're the anime protagonist. You're
This
using
You're sitting
anime
here with
move.
2 different kinds of swords you're wielding in
Okay,
combat.
come on.
Fucking-
I know I'm dual wielding swords, but come on.
It all
This
stacks
is
up,
for the
man.
bugbear. 28.
Okay.
That's a
That hits.
crit. Potential crit.
Oh,
Well,
roll to confirm.
Come
Can't crit.
on. 26.
That's yep. You still Go ahead and roll a
They
third
aren't
time.
dead though, so I don't think crits do anything to them, do they?
Up.
As Chester just said, which makes me sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's based on dead thing. You can't.
Undead traits.
Because it's like them, and I think there's a couple other creature types as well that are also. Yeah, not subject to critical hits, non-lethal damage, ability drain, etc., etc., etc. And it keeps
Mhm.
going. Yeah,
And
unfortunate.
so that's the damage for that. 7.
7. Okay.
Can I roll good damage, please?
Can you roll higher? No, absolutely not.
Okay. No, this is for the hobgoblin.
Okay. As you go into your whirlwind, as your
Yes.
blades go flying around, as you swirl around without managing to nick a lar,
16.
cutting into each creature. The 16 does not hit.
Did it hit the hobgoblin? No.
Does not.
man. All right.
Thus,
It.
as you end your turn coming to a stop, the wind kind of coming to an end, both blades in your hands, slight sweat coming down, the bugbear creature looking at you, another bit of its left arm slightly cut off laying on the ground as it just kind of looks at its arm, looks back at you. With the tiger up first, it is flanking technically Rolaman and is trying to try and attack him first.
Don't hit me. Don't do it.
Well, let's see if I can. That's a 27.
No.
It's not
You
a
hit
call.
rolling into you can't hit me.
I know that. You know,
Okay.
listen, I'm not trying to pick. I'm picking the guy that literally attacked last. These creatures aren't very bright. That is 12 points of damage as the tentacle goes piercing into your back. I will mention, that is a improved. They're going to do a grapple check against you. They do have improved grab, so there's no opportunity attack.
Come on.
Hey, Roland, I appreciate you going before me, and I'm going after the creatures.
16. I rolled ass.
Let's see if I can roll decent.
I don't want to be
he has a
grappled.
plus 14 to grapple.
It
He
is
has
plus
in that
14.
one.
Fuck me! Wwhy?
I called-
Why, Dice?
I called.
That's funny.
Why, Dice?
called
Why do
it.
you hate me?
I knew.
Peace out. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, just stop trying to grapple him. You're not allowed to grapple Rolaman.
No.
No, the creature hasn't
Grapple
moved,
that
so it's going to
Roland
make a
allows
second
for those
attack with
deep
its
dark.
tentacle. That's a 27
Come on,
again.
Again.
Alright, you do take another...
I'm
7 points of
Owie.
piercing damage as the creature's tongue goes into you once more, kind of piercing into your leather armor and your
It's kinda
back.
out.
Let's do another grapple check. Come on.
20. That's bad again.
Fuck
Okay.
me!
No fail.
As the creature continuously tries to grab onto you, but as it does so, you just kind of shove the tongue, kind of grab the tongue and pull it out and kind of push away the creature as it continues to try and grab onto you, ending its turn. The bugbear is going to do the same thing to Rolman.
Ah,
So I'm sorry to tell you.
I'm fragile.
The good news is this thing is got 3 attacks. So I'm sorry to tell you.
What the fuck?
However, I can only use 1 at a time. So, but that's a 28. What the fuck?
Yeah, that hits.
10. Alright. The tongues are coming off. As you feel the tongue goes piercing into you once again. Rollman now looking like a bloody pincushion as he is getting pinned into. The creature has not moved, and it is still gonna grapple you with that successful hit.
Grapple?
Yup.
Do you have approved grapple?
It does. It has improved grab, so it still gets the same thing, and that's a 27. Oh, fuck you! God damn.
You can't grapple him.
Uh-oh.
You're not allowed.
Remember, the only people that get to grapple him are the ones he's screwing.
As
You weren't invited to the bedroom. You
He's
don't
gonna
get
get
to
afraid
grab.
at this point.
as the
Grapple, he's
bugbear hasn't
I didn't hear no
moved,
bell.
it's going to continue its attack with its second one. That's a 25 to
Can you
hit.
stop, please?
You're gonna kill Rollman before you grapple him.
You might.
Oh no!
Yeah, I did.
As Rollman feels the pierce hit into it, I still got to roll. I think that's a successful grapple automatically because you're
You just grab him. He's
prone.
down. He's like, yes.
It's not a win. I didn't get to fight back.
The creature, as it's used both of its actions, it actually can't use its ability, so I have to wait till next turn, but I've got you in a chokehold now, thankfully. The ending of that creature's turn. The hobgoblin, watching the bugbear kind of grapple on and pull Rollman in as he turns into this bloody pierced mess, is going to turn to Alar. And if the creature could smile, you could feel it, but like a creature that suddenly gained its confidence back, it begins attacking Alar itself. As it's going to do the same thing to Alar.
Well, you can get like low numbers now. You know that's my fucking AC. You know that? That's my AC.
Hey, you can't grapple him.
It's
You
a
can't hit
17. Alright, well, we got a second.
That misses too.
Rollman sitting over here fuming.
I'm
I'm not, dude. Hey, it's all in Evra. It's not me. It's not like I'm fudging dice
Look.
rolls here.
These undead are learning. I'm the real threat. They can't fucking hit me.
As the hobgoblin like shoots its tentacled tongue out twice, trying. Alar manages to pull their axe right in front of. As the tongue smacks into the axe each time, bouncing away. Alar just kind of staring at the creature with like, a bit of annoyance in its face. Also, I imagine a bit of confusion as you look down at Rollman off to the side. The last one, the goblin, who is still up, is going to go ahead and roll to try and attack James. James.
Man, come on.
You can only hit Rollman.
15.
What the hell's wrong here?
Alright, and for the second, oh wow.
Ding.
I'm upset.
James is still swinging wildly as the little goblin creature shoots out its tentacled tongue, again smacking against, easily avoiding James's axe, but not being able to smack past the plate as it seems to hit center, and as it doesn't even leave an impact, as you just hear the smacking of metal as the creature pulls its tongue back and just stares at you, looking as if it's thinking for a moment, ending its turn. Alar, you just watched as Rolleman unsuccessfully dodged everything, while you managed to, with ease, just put your axe in front of the strange tentacles. Each time watching Rolleman drop like a pincushion, now grappled on the ground by the bugbear-like creature. Who's that? Who are you swinging on?
I want this fucking tiger dead.
Okay, as you turn to swing on the tiger, that hits.
Fucking die already. Get 23.
Nice.
Damn. Alright. As you slash into the creature, that brings it down. I can do math. Oh, well, yeah, I can do math, I swear. As you slam into the creature, easily hitting, cleaving through, you slash at one of its paws, managing to take the tip of its claws off as they go kind of dropping to the ground. The creature seems to hiss up at you as it kind of ducks itself back down, after for a moment having gained confidence of piercing through Roloman. The creature kind of seems to stare up at you, but it is still alive.
Fucking go down. Okay, did that hit?
28, yeah, it is!
Little shit.
Bro, what is this damage?
Battle Axe King.
As the battle axe comes down, now finally cleaving right through the spine of the creature, it splits in half. As it does so, the creature seems to stop moving afterwards as your axe slams into the ground. The satisfying thunk of the creature on either side kind of coming to a rest. As it does so, the hobgoblin kind of looks over and seems to kind of slightly cower down, but looking back down at the bugbear, who seems to be slightly moving its tongue around Rollman's neck and licking it up and down. The hobgoblin seems to regain its confidence, looking at you as the tentacle kind of moves from side to side.
So these things are sentient. At least they're cowering, so they have to be. They're scared. They can't have a 0. Can I just let out a little roar while I step over? I'm starving.
Give me an intimidation check.
All right. Let's see. What is? I've never used my intimidation before. Oh my god. Okay.
Alar's about to make sure that they don't kill Rollman
20,
right out.
Wait, oh no, that's damage. Okay, I was like, wait, holy shit. Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
24.
Yeah, so I learned today, when I went reading, you get a plus intimidation the bigger you are. You get a plus 4 per size above medium.
Yo, nice nat 1.
Oh my god.
As you roar at the hobgoblin, the creature seems to kind of look at you, kind of cower down slightly, and seems to almost look as if it's kind of looking back behind it and looking down at the bugbear. The creature looks to be kind of slightly, almost like it's weighing its options here at this point, as it doesn't seem to be as excited that it didn't get a kill and doesn't necessarily know if it wants to stick around to hold.
I can't attack this turn, but for effect, I'm lifting the axe like I'm about to attack.
Okay. As you roar at the creature, turning towards it, ending your turn. James, you're up.
I'm gonna be smashing this goblin
All right.
with the hammer end.
Oh.
God damn it! The curse.
As you
should go
go
back
to
to healing.
slamming
I could
into
use some healing over here.
slamming into the side of the wagon, the goblin looks
Well, I
at you
can't
and kind of
make it to you in time. That's
could
my
have been-
issue.
First.
It's true. The goblin kind of not even moving and looks up. As you go to pull the hammer out and kind of swing back with the axe, and wildly the creature again watches as the blade goes woofing about of its undead head. The little bits of greasy hair kind of floating in the air.
Guys, I just realized the Trinity. I hit and get high damage. Grumpy hits and does no damage. James can't fucking hit. James can't.
All right, well, James
If someone's
continues.
down, get them help somebody.
So
Fucking damn
continues
short
to
fuck.
swing wildly at this goblin, shouting, "Melvin, you're up."
Oh boy. Let's see. I think I know what I'm going to do here, but let me just make sure it works the way that I think it does.
Melvin's about to save the day. He's got to make sure to save Rollerman at the very least here.
I hope so. I can kill these things, but it's going to take me a little bit. If that first one, how long it took to die, was any indication.
This is the day we need you to have to use the loaded dice.
I would say I don't need the loaded dice. I'm doing great.
No, Rollerman just needed them to not hit. That was really the only issue.
Yeah, I got hit like 5 times.
Roland also needed to roll decent damage, which he could not do.
Oh, yeah, I was rolling bad.
Never mind, it's only living creatures. I will once again poke out. And I would like to. Good option.
Are they pinging you for advice?
No, looking through my spell list.
I can't
trying
give
to
advice
get
if I don't use spells.
Oh yes. After this, if you want little strategies, I recommend sending your spell list to your party. They will give you recommendations and ideas.
And we will go buy you new spells, because trust me, you're gonna need
Or
them.
I can scribe scrolls and and give you any spell you want.
Yeah, but scrolls also aren't that expensive for how much money we have. I don't think it really hurts to just buy some scrolls.
But as you
'Cause they're
look
only-
kind of either side of like the cart, you still see the one goblin like, fighting with James as he swings wildly, and now seeing off to the left, you do see Roland kind of now as being kind of almost tucked and grabbed. If you're familiar with the Zelda Ocarina of Time mummies, grabbing Link, familiar of just kind of grappling around his head while he's on the ground and seems to be kind of like leaning down, licking at his neck. While the other hobgoblin looks to be kind of cowering and slightly looking back, not noticing you, but kind of looking behind itself, kind of look for a clear escape path as Alar walks towards it with his axe, with her axe over her head. I apologize about the his thing. Okay.
No,
Every
I think I'm
time.
at the point of Alara's comedy that I'll just take any gender role they call because it's kind of the joke.
Yeah, that's fair.
As long
He,
as we don't
she,
call
it.
you
Works.
the biggest man or anything.
What? Oh god.
Yeah, just don't call me man because that's an insult. But if you say like he, she, I don't think it really matters.
All right,
What are you thinking?
I'm gonna poke out from behind the carriage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna lob an acid splash at the bugbear.
Okay. Let's see what you got.
It is a touch attack.
All right. That helps against them because their touch AC is a lot lower.
You got that natural AC.
Mm-hmm.
My touch spells. Do I get a plus for anything, or is it just straight up a D20?
I think it's normally a d20 plus dex, but DM did an alt rule for casters. That didn't really make sense for ranged launch.
What's your casting stat?
Okay,
Yeah.
so it'd be plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did
Well, I think we did as like base attack plus
Oh.
caster level.
Nat 20 for a 23.
No. I don't
Oh.
normally do
I know,
crits on
Nick.
spells. Oh well, we can't don't get crit. Never mind. Oh no, they're crit immune.
You're on
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that hits.
There's nothing to crit on an undead when they don't really need parts of their body to function.
It's true.
The only part you could
Oh.
technically do is removing the head.
That's
But
Since
that
I
takes
critted, can I?
Uh.
Would I be able to direct my shot at the tongue?
Yeah. I'll say that's fair.
Okay.
Just burn the tongue off.
I think that's fair for a
Oh,
culture.
oh, max damage. Max damage.
As you shoot it, the creature kind of takes a minute, and as the acid splashes onto its tongue as it flows from your fingers and out towards the creature, it seems to watch as the tongue slowly starts to burn and falls to the ground off of it, as it doesn't actually have that much HP. And as it falls down, it seems to wiggle about on its own for a few moments before burning about from the acid. The creature seems to kind of look back, still grappled around Rollman's head, and look back at what is now...
grappled my tongue. Grappled by the tongue.
Well, no, it was grappling you. Yeah, that's true. The grapple is... No, because it would have, as I said, it mentioned it kind of got around you as you went to the ground.
It was just licking you.
Yeah, it was just licking at you. So as the tongue burns off, it seems to look back looking for you, Melvin, and as it does, it kind of seems to lock eyes for a moment, continuing its hold, though. All right.
Eyes, you say?
Yep.
I
I will say, these things had more than 5 hit dice earlier, just for your own note.
Okay.
Does my hand
Before you think you're doing that, I will say I stated that out loud, so...
Also undead, so it's not a humanoid.
Yeah, they
Well,
are...
no, there's something else.
Oh, what you got?
It's
Anti-magic
The
code?
goblin, the
Yeah.
hobgoblin, and the bugbear are currently humanoid, though. They do still count, because they have a subtype
They're
of
undead.
humanoid. They are undead, but they still have a subtype of humanoid, because they are still, because of their species prior to. So I only do that for spell, it's spell mechanic-wise, that's why. It's because it doesn't make sense that an undead, like, human wouldn't still be an undead human, but if it's a skeleton, I get it, but if they've still got fleshy bits, that's a humanoid.
This is an unfortunate fight for Melvin, since you can't really fear undead creatures.
Yeah.
With
So what were you
spell
thinking, Melvin?
It's magically.
How much does this? Oh, never mind. It's got to be willing.
Maybe they're willing.
Hey, one of them is intimidated and cowering and looking for a way to run.
Thing is terrified.
It is the bugbear like over top of Rolliman,
Yeah,
or
it's
just kind of holding on to it.
its legs are kind of crossed around his right underneath his pits, and its arms are like locked around his head with its or around his head with itself leaning down where it was leaning down, looking at his neck a moment ago. It's now kind of pulled back up, but so its legs are around his shoulders basically, and chest around his head.
Okay.
I can't wait to get eaten.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's much I can do for you.
Flash it again.
You can splash it with more acid damage.
Fuck it. I'm gonna do it again.
All right, here we go.
I believe it.
Kind of like this.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, that's exactly. As the acid goes wide, as Melvin, you lock eyes, the slight fear of this creature kind of doing what it's doing to Rollman to you starts to ingrain itself as you shoot wide with the acid as it goes splashing onto the ground.
The last time I hit on the last attempt. This time I'll only hit on the first attempt, I'm sure.
It'll switch back.
Yeah, exactly. All
Get
right.
back behind the carriage a little.
Okay, as you shimmy back to the 5 feet to your right. Okay. As we go back up to the top of the initiative, Rollman, give me a death saving throw.
Okay. 16. There we go.
Success. Nice. All right. Now I always offer. You can either choose. Oh, okay. All right. Moving on. As the bugbear is going to go first in the order, it is going to use its claws now to reach out and grab. Or actually, you know what? Since its tongue is off, it can't do its ability. So it's going to ungrapple, removing itself from Rolliman, and turn and claw at Alar, because it can't move, since to get unprone you have to use all your movement. So, as it's going...
Good job, Melvin.
As it's going to swing at...
something!
Oh, there it is.
As I got a 10.
I'm going to say for action, I dub myself anti-undead king.
As the creature goes to swing at you, kind of as the claws kind of slash at you, as you manage to easily bat them away with your axe, kind of re-raising your axe at the creature.
Roman's unconscious face.
The hobgoblin seeing this, is going to take the chance for the attack of opportunity. So go ahead and roll, Lar.
Better to put a little more fear into me if I don't think I can kill him in one hit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that hits.
He hit him real hard.
I'm gonna at least put the fear of God in him a little bit while he runs.
Did a little bit.
Oh, never mind.
16. That's still a lot of damage.
I mean, my damage is 13.
Yeah.
Or 12. 12, but still.
As you slash into the creature, as it turns its back, feeling it kind of hit, you watch as a chunk of flesh goes kind of flying off of it, as the creature seems to grab hold of Rollman and kind of leaning over, starts running with grabbing Rollman's leg and running off with it. It is going to run its full movement, or its full run speed of 4 times.
But it grabbed me, didn't it?
Yeah, oh no, it's right. It's grabbing your foot, so it does not get full movement. So it's only getting its 30-foot movement speed as it starts to move ahead.
Hey, drop me.
As it starts to drag Rollman 30 feet back. It comes behind the cart, kind of as it sees for a moment Melvin, and continues past another 20 feet back.
When I see it at the corner, I just go, oh shit.
You see as it's dragging along Rollman, as it seems to see almost kind of the same mentality as it continues running off. Alright, ending its turn. The goblin is going to smack at James. as it doesn't see what's going on, and it's going to shoot its tongue out at James. That's a 26.
It finally hit me.
Yay!
Can you succeed the grapple now?
Well, let's find
James
out.
isn't good at grapples.
You take 10 points of piercing damage, which is 8 because of damage resistance, or 7 because of damage resistance.
7.
I think you have a yeah.
You need to roll really good, and then you need to roll bad for you to succeed.
Yeah,
this
because
grapple.
Cameron being medium and with low strength is not
Let's begin our grapple check, James. That is an 18.
Let's see.
Oh, you
I
beat
rolled
that.
like ass.
You rolled bad.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is its
Uh,
first
this-
attack.
So it's your base
This
attack
is
bonus
just-
plus your strength.
Oh, base attack bonus plus my strength. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So you don't have any size bonuses.
Oh.
Oh no, James! Oh no!
Man.
And this thing still has an extra turn because it hasn't moved. It didn't move as it grabs hold of you, pulling you towards it with its tongue. It is going to pierce into you using its bone drink ability, and it is going to begin to suck on your bones inside your body, excreting a toxin.
This I guess would be a fortitude save against the poison.
I'm checking.
You get to do
Man.
anything.
Oh no! There's no save. It's just if you're not immune to either you don't have bones or you're not immune to Constitution damaging effects, you take damage regardless.
Okay, I take damage.
And I will post the ability post session. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. In Alar's eyes, this James guy sucks at melee.
As this creature sucks down this is your Constitution damage. So as a heads up, this is towards your Constitution score.
I have the con temp attributes. So
It
move.
drinks 3 points of your Constitution as the creature begins to excrete this venom into your body, kind of turning your bones into slight mush. As it sucks away, you feel your finger or your pinky on your left hand goes completely numb as you can't move it now. This does count as a permanent injury unless you fix your Constitution, by the way.
Is it drain or damage?
This is damage, so it's not draining,
it's not
so he
permanent.
can repair his con, yeah, but for the time until otherwise, the body is
It'll
still
repair
weakened.
over time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that ends its turn as it can't do anything else, but it does have you grappled. That is all 3 of the remaining creatures. Alar, you're up. As you look down, or right in front of you, you're gonna just swing at the bugbear that's got nails and trying to claw you. Got you.
Death.
Death and dismemberment. That hits.
Death.
Jesus Christ. As you slash into the creature, cutting down the middle of it, the creature seems to watch as its entire insides kind of come flowing onto the ground. It seems unaffected by it, though, as the creature looks up at you. The bones slightly got a bit of an impact line from your great axe. Where it hit it. The creature just kind of looks up at you, claws still out, and it looks like it's ready to fight to the end.
Death.
29 hit Jesus.
Death.
He's counting them.
This is Alar's time.
Lars just swinging wildly with his axe while his teammates get drained.
Look, I have to kill this guy before I can help the other.
Good news is, as you watch as he drops to the ground, as you split him in 2 once more, after the second he'll not really cleaning through, you kind of raise your axe, swinging even harder down, and for a little more leaning forward, you watch as the body splits in half, the creature's strange, wicked smile that it seemed to have on its face before it died, seemed to kind of almost be split in a maniacal way as the creature falls to either side, blood splashing across your face, Alar, and the rest of your body as this creature, the bits of flesh that were kind of rotting kind of explode out. You smell this old, nasty, brownish blood all over your body.
I look down at the creature, and I slowly look up at the one dragging Roland away, and I just lock eyes on the creature.
Alright. As you end your turn, James, you are in a struggle snuggle.
Struggle.
Yeah, I'm pinned.
No, you're not pinned. You're grappled.
You're just grappled.
I'm grappled.
Yeah. Pinning is an actual thing it has to do while grappling, but it is not.
You teleport.
I cannot teleport, so
Do you
I'm just
one
gonna
hand
try.
or two hand it?
My hammer's one hand, so
You can technically just keep slapping with it. It's like what I
You
did
get a
last time.
negative though, so there's not.
You do get a negative to hit, but he's not winning that grapple contest, Grumpy.
No.
What's the negative to hit?
-4, I believe.
Let's see. Grab, you can. If you succeed, you can make unarmed. If you lose, you fail. Okay, in a case of a tie, moving as normal provokes opportunity.
That's while grappling. It doesn't say while
Yeah.
grappled.
You are grappling. You are grappled, which means you're grappling.
Yeah, grappling goes for both sides, not just for the one doing the grapple.
Okay, so this is only a +3 then.
Oh yeah,
You're
you get
just
a you get a -4 because that's
yeah.
yeah, it is -4 because it's unless it's a light weapon.
It's not a light weapon.
Yeah, I was gonna say yours
No,
is
this
not a light
hammer's
weapon.
not. It's
So,
made
yeah.
of fucking tungsten.
If so you can, but you have to. So it's only if you're holding a light weapon you can use it to attack them, which also makes them make a grapple check against you.
You can draw a light weapon.
Yeah. Well, no, it says if you're.
He already has it.
Yeah, you can only. Doesn't say anything about using.
Doesn't say anything about using a
I'll
weapon
just
that you already
say
have
-4. I think a -4 to the check works for me. Because even though it does say technically light weapons, unarmed strikes, and natural weapons are the only things you could use, I think a -4 works. Because I think as long as you could theoretically have it already drawn, it makes sense.
Well, he can't hit anyway. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it does not
There
hit.
we fucking go.
There you go.
19 just meets. So that does hit.
There you go.
This
Hit
will
him in the
be-
head.
What do I add to damage for melee weapons? I've never had to roll this.
It's just your strength.
Just your strength.
Mm.
With such a one hand, it's just your strength modifier.
Yep.
8 damage with this
Yeah.
bludgeoning hammer.
Yeah, as you slam into the creature with it, you hear it kind of takes a moment, and as it breathes in heavily, as you hear smacking and something crunching, the creature kind of begins to cough up a weird blackish substance for a moment as it does so.
It's your bones.
We will be taking a quick commercial break for a moment. We come back. Alright. As you slam into the side of this creature with the hammer, it does spawn another grapple check against the two of you to see if you can break it.
You gotta roll good. You gotta roll bad.
That's
You
a
didn't roll bad.
26.
You can't
got a nat
succeed.
You got a
Nope,
nat
I
20.
don't think that works.
Diablo's crazy thing happened at 20.
22? Oh. As you try to break away, as the creature for a moment loosens its grip, trying to pull away, the creature seems to kind of slightly tighten its grip back up almost as quickly as it does, so it kind of squeezes in a little harder, doing no effect, but just as a note. Alright.
Real
James,
shit.
as you yell this at the creature, it does not seem to even take note, as it seems to stick its tongue back into the wound it had cut out. Alright. Is there anything else for you, James? I think that's both attacks.
Yeah, that's both attacks. Although, if I can drag it with me for a 5-foot step back,
Nope, not
so
while you're
that Alar
grappling.
can
Nope.
see us.
I think you can move them too. I think. Hold on. Yeah, that's only when you're pinned.
I don't
then you
think.
can move.
Yeah, it's pinned. I don't think you can do it while you're grappled. I don't.
Move. You can move half your speed by winning an opposed grapple check.
Yeah, which
when
you
he
already
hits-
lost.
Nope.
Yep. All right. You can try another grapple. Oh, that would take an action.
No.
Yeah, so that would.
It's
Nope.
usually all.
Yep.
Here.
All right.
Yeah, nope, can't do anything.
Continuing on, Melvin, you're up next. As you look behind, you see 20 feet behind you the creature running off, the hobgoblin running off with Rollman's body. What are you wanting to do?
He's taking me away.
So I am gonna chase after. I'm gonna take the 20 feet to get to where Rolliman is, and I would like to pour the Cure Light Wounds potion into his mouth.
Okay. Rollman, I'm going to ask, are you going to resist?
What? I can't.
I
I'm
know you
unconscious.
can't, but I want to make sure. Is there any, is this,
Oh.
We
First
need to make
amendment.
sure there's consent.
No,
No.
I don't resist.
no, but as you pour the potion in, yeah, go ahead and roll the healing for it.
All right, how much do I roll?
For cure light wounds,
It's like a D8 plus.
give me a second.
I don't think it's
At this
target
point, I have
point.
it bookmarked. It's 1d8.
One
Yeah.
D8,
Yeah.
Okay.
plus.
No, there's no
Something.
caster level.
You got
There's no plus
six,
for
6 HP.
You gain
Let's
six
go.
as you taste the familiar cherry flavor kind of going down your throat. You kind of wake up to the the snow dwarf looking over you as he does so. Your foot still being carried by the hobgoblin, who's looking back now with surprise. The tentacled tongue kind of coming out while he still has your foot in hand.
I grunt.
Does that, I imagine, count as an action?
That does defeat a potion.
Okay.
You still have
So-
5 feet of movement though.
If you move, he's
Yeah,
gonna,
I'll move
attack
5 feet back.
Okay.
You. He's gonna attack you.
He can't because he's got your foot in his hand. He'd have to let go.
Oh, okay. You can let go. It's okay.
His hands are preoccupied.
Yep. Alright, that ends his turn, as Melvin backs up another
turn.
5 feet. As we go back up to the top of the initiative, roll him
I'm
in
gonna
with a
Just not
six.
let Rollerman as I step back.
Alright. As you do, roll him in looking up at the creature, it's your turn with a big smile on
awake.
your face. Yeah. Holes, still a lot of holes in your body, the pain's still there, the light blood loss still affecting you.
It's killing time. Alright. Because of weapon supremacy, I don't take a negative to grapple. To being grappled to attacking.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hit him.
Oh
Only
no.
negative. Come here. Let's hope I don't miss.
Nope. Oh, I thought you rolled a 6 for a second. I was like,
No.
wait, really?
No,
I can't roll that low.
no, he physically roll.
If he could roll that low, I would have already done it.
Okay, so that's yeah. Come on.
Big deal.
What
Hold
the
up, I
fuck?
forgot to add it to there.
All right, that's not.
Damn. Alright. As you go to swing at the creature, it seems to easily pull itself kind of like off to the other side of your foot, avoiding the blade.
All right. I'm gonna use weapon supremacy to take 10 on the next attack. So let's say 20 to hit.
20 hits.
All right. Come on, good damage, please. Yeah, that's better. 16.
16.
Damage.
Damn. As you slash into the creature, it kind of, you tear at one of its hands, watching as the creature lose the fingers, the tips of his fingers, they kind of dropping to the ground. The creature seems to kind of, for a second, look at you and look at your blade as it eyes its options, kind of seeing now its claws on the floor.
Claws on the ground.
Alright.
That's not my turn.
As you kind of still grappled, still having your foot being carried by this creature,
Yep.
as you end your turn, we go to the bugbear first, who is going to take a swing. Oh no, the bugbear's dead. My bad.
I fucking
It
killed it.
died.
My apologies. Yes. Cut claws. Well, the bugbear had its tongue cut off, and thankfully it's dead. As we're gonna go with the hobgoblin that's starting first, as it still got a hold of you, it's going to turn. And to use its ability, it still has to technically use the tentacle, so it's going to turn and start to attack you with its tentacle.
Okay, you get a -4 to attack him.
Yep, let's see, so in total 20, but -4, 16.
That misses. For once!
Alright, it's going to do the same thing again. I'll just do +6 to save my time.
Yay!
My rolls have turned on me. I got a 10 in total. That hurts.
You're in my house now.
What does DM? Do we have DM bullshit? I do not have DM bullshit to use. Damn. That ends its turn. The goblin, who is still sucking on James, is going to use both of its turns to do so. So I'm sorry, James. Just gonna do 2d6 to save us both time here. Well, I rolled like shit. That is 6 points of Constitution sucked as the creature continues to pull or suck away at
James
your
won't be
bones.
getting into any more melee for a bit because he now has a 5
You
for con.
melee
You
anyway.
have 5? You need to save him or he's gonna die in the next
He's
round.
about to die, ending his turn. That ends the creature's turn. Alara, you are up. You seeing Rollman now kind of swinging at the creature. You don't see. You can hear James crying out in pain on the other side of the wagon. And what are you doing, Alara?
I mean, how far away is James?
He is on the opposite side of the cart, so it would be, because of the rough terrain, 'cause you'd have to go over the cart if you're going the fastest way. That is going to be 20 feet because it'll be 10 feet to get up and over the cart, so 20 because it'd be doubled. But and then just that's it. That you'd be you'd be right there.
I easily have the movement.
Okay.
Let's go.
As you climb over the cart, pulling yourself to the other side, kind of landing on the opposite side, kind of realizing James didn't make it far off the cart himself, thankfully. You see him kind of in a pile with the goblin, like, having its purplish tentacled tongue down a hole in his neck as he is starting to pale and looking, like, very flimsy, much of his muscles and such looking to almost be sunken in.
Well,
that does not hit. Oh, God, Alar, for the time that you don't want to not do this, man.
this is where the campaign ends, the moment Melvin joins.
Oh, alright, as that ends Alar's turn.
I have one thing I can try.
Oh, do you?
I need a will save.
Oh, alright. 13.
It fails, it's dazed.
Ah!
It can't move.
It gets no action.
Alright, you've dazed it for a round.
However, I also need a will save from James.
Okay.
It is AoE.
You're good at will.
James,
19.
You succeed.
You're not dazed.
James has realized World Anvil dice is much kinder than Avray.
I can't roll some things on World Anvil.
That's true. Alright, as Alar casts Daze, causing both to kind of light up for a moment, the creature seems to be slightly caused to pause as it looks about, its head kind of circling about.
Yeah, the effect is Alar opens his mouth and lets out this raspy, kind of a demonic moan that comes out of his mouth. That would hit the creature and let it not move.
The few birds in the area that were left and being quiet, watching this, waiting for the corpses to feed on, now flying away as they hear the raspy noise coming through. As you give off this raspiest roar, a demonic language being spoken as you hear the traditional abyssal language being kind of roared out. The creatures seem to almost both James and the creature seemed to for a moment glow with a yellowish light as the goblinoid undead seems to start to, its head starts to circle as its eyes seem to disappear.
Correct. The creature, because it failed, it sees what makes the moan. This appears behind Alar.
As a large, black stone golem seems to suddenly appear behind Alar, making this noise.
I want you to know, all those little marks are teeth coming out of the creature.
Oh, that's horrendous.
Look horrifying.
Yep. All right. As you end your turn, James, you are up. You are still grappled, but you can try to break grapple now.
Yeah, and it's dazed, so it can't do anything.
I believe dazed.
What does dazed do?
It gets no action, so on its turn it can't grapple.
Yeah, but it can still resist.
You grappling to fight it is just a thing actually that happens, so it still gets grapple rules. But I mean, there's no downside you try.
It can't take it can take no actions, but has no penalty to AC. Is basically it. So that's the only.
Yeah,
downside.
okay, I'll try to break it out. Let's see, 1d20 plus 5. That's a 12.
Okay.
I rolled it on World Anvil. I found out where to roll.
That's a 34. I crit. Fuck you, game.
Right. One more try.
Go again.
You're not doing anything else. Why not?
Yeah.
You could try and hit it
That's
again.
That's a 9.
That's a 21.
Nice.
James could not free himself.
Hey, James, buddy, get off World Anvil. You were doing better over here.
For those rolls, I won.
James's weakened state is causing his rolls to become horrible. As James lets out a sigh of exhaustion, kind of leaning over at the slight struggle and movement of his arms, kind of causing him to pant. Already fatigued from earlier from working on his armor and his weapon. James, I imagine, contemplating ever being on the front lines of combat again. Melvin, we jump to you.
I only had to do it once.
All right.
I mean, you did successfully hit him once, at least. That helps.
Yeah.
That is technically all that was required for this.
True, he's technically filled the requirement for his class to use the fucking weapon. That's all he cares about.
It's gonna become a showpiece after this.
It is! He should never be on the front line if this is what happens.
This will still be my weapon that I carry into battle, but that's because of the other effect it has.
When Boss told you he could do your job with it, as you just stand back and watch it happen. Alright, what are you thinking, Melvin?
I think I'm just gonna lob another acid ball at the thing holding
All right.
Rolliman.
Let's see what you got.
Hit him. Maybe.
Hopefully.
No.
As Melvin kind of stepping forward, ready to do combat, shoots a bit of acid out of his hands once more. The acid seems to splurge past the creature as it watches it hitting the muddy trail, kind of beginning to sizzle, and the smell of kind of burning earthy dirt kind of begins to erode. The creature just looks at Melvin, seemingly looking as if it's contemplating something.
You're getting rid of my fear, guys. They're really not scared of you, too.
Hey, I'm hitting it.
I think Melvin's just gonna back off back towards the carriage. Well, I tried.
No, intent looking at you, roll a minute. Turn after saying this and runs back to the back of the carriage. All right, as you stand there, kind of watching this unfold, we go back to the top of the initiative.
Back to murder.
Rolliman, you're up.
I'm gonna kill you. Hopefully, he's looking injured.
The creature seems to be not at all phased, although it is missing its claws on its left hand.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, and it's been slightly disemboweled, pieces of flesh missing. You know, it doesn't look like it's great shape. It just doesn't look like it's at all phased by it.
All right. Take this.
As you go to kind of lean up and swing, feel your stomach still hurts from all the holes, and as you feel the crunch of the muscles kind of pulling together, the pain kind of overwhelms, and as you swing kind of wide, falling backwards, the blade kind of lands onto your stomach, just kind of on its side. The slight exhaustion hitting you.
All right. Roman's Pharmacy, take 10, so 20 to hit.
Roman leans back up, sighing in irritation, swings again, this time going and hitting, I assume, with the katana?
No, with the bastard sword does more damage.
With the bastard sword? Alright.
No.
Hey, it's not that bad.
I'm sorry, man. Your rolls up to this point, that's what this is.
That's me too. Don't feel that.
19 damage.
Actually, you should feel that.
19, alright. As you slash into the creature, it still manages to keep hold of you as it does so. Though, as you watch half of the front of its ribcage goes flying, as bones go splurting in the air, pieces of flesh kind of raining from the sky as you swing up. The creature looks, again, unfazed by the damage. As you shout, let me go.
Feet on him.
Huh?
Dodge feet on him.
Alright. Alright, as you end your turn, we'll start with the Hobgoblin as he is going to try and tentacle you.
No.
He's a -4 already from grapple.
21?
Is that with your -4?
Yes.
Damn. Yeah, it hits.
We're going back.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. First off, 1d10 plus 5, that's 9. Which means you're back unconscious, yeah. Huh?
Ow. Yep.
As the creature sticks its tongue into your neck and is going to begin drinking at your con. You can only do this once, though. 3 points of your con is temporarily taken away. As it begins to excrete this venom, you feel your body... Well, you're unconscious, actually, you don't feel shit. Alright. Yeah. As that ends its turn, the other creature, the goblinoid, is up but dazed, so it can't do anything. Thankfully, Alar, you are up. 20 to hit, that hits.
I killed this fucking creature.
20. As you slash into the creature, trying to take its head off, you watch as the arm of it, one of the arms of the creature goes flying into the air as you kind of swing right where it seems to be grappling on, trying to loosen it on James. The creature seems unfazed by it as the arm goes off into landing in the distance.
I forgot a bonus I had to hit.
Oh, that hits. Yep.
Alright.
Lar is the tank.
Die.
As you slash into the creature once more, the goblinoid seems to kind of, almost for a moment, as it comes out of its daze, seeing your blade coming down. As the head goes rolling off to the side, the body kind of seems to crunch in around James, securing the grapple tighter. But as the head rolls away, the creature seems to not be able, not do anything else.
So its head rolled away. Does it still have its tongue?
It still has its tongue.
That's weird.
Where?
Its tongue is on the head, so the tongue is rolling away. Like it's basically with the head.
So it's not connected to.
No.
It's
No. I was answering because Alar asked if it still had its tongue. She did not ask if it was.
Probably to.
It is not in
Probably
James any longer. If that's your question.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
my
need some
worry.
help.
If I don't
No.
take the tongue away, I'm gonna kill James.
No,
next
yeah.
turn.
As you decapitated the head, the tongue went with it. So as it rolled away to the side of the road. All right.
Alright, well,
That ends
that's all
your
I can
turn.
do.
All right.
Yep.
James, you are up.
I'm prone.
You are still grappled, technically. The body has not released its tension.
One D20.
All
I'm
right.
getting out of this grapple.
I hope so.
Can't really resist.
Is it for? Oh, yeah. I actually screwed up on the Rollman one earlier. That was my bad. I was subscribed.
Oh my God, you
I
won.
subtracted 10 from the rolls from Rollman instead of the 4. My bad. Damn, James, congratulations as you managed to, with kind of irritation and anger
Adrenaline
boiling,
pumping.
grabbing hold of the arm and pulling it off, and then pulling the two legs apart. You managed to kind of sit up and feeling your head kind of get dizzy again, leaning up against the wagon.
Yeah, that one that's over there that currently is picking on my friend.
What about me?
I gotta make a touch attack on him, so this would be a D20 plus my wisdom.
Yeah, it's range attack. Yep, it's your spellcasting ability.
I'll fuck it up. You fucked it up.
Fuck it! God damn it!
You said touch, right?
Yeah,
Why?
I hit him.
It does not hit.
Oh.
I just wanted to make sure. It does have positive
The bolt.
touch. Alright.
The bolt goes wide of this crackling electricity, and James fucking curses under his breath in Dwarvish.
Just let a lark hit it. Just pat him on the head.
Hey.
James looking pale as shit.
Alright. Melvin, as James manages to pull himself away, leaning up, shooting a bolt of lightning, kind of tore over towards Rollman off the side of the cart. You don't really have vision on James right now, as you're just kind of pushed up against the wagon back right now, kind of holding on to it, not let your feet be seen or attacked. As you see this lightning bolt kind of shoot past the side of the wagon towards Rollman, missing and going wide. What do you want to do?
Is his head just dangling again now that he's unconscious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm unconscious again.
I'm just gonna go ahead and move my way back towards him, and
Did it wake me up again?
I'll give a minor wounds, cure minor wounds potion.
I will say you will provoke an attack of opportunity from the creature grappling him right now.
Why?
Because it's got its tongue in your neck and is starting to drink at your con. So it's like full. It's not just going to let you walk up to it to your mouth and like pour a potion in.
It's only when you leave the area that you get attack opportunity.
That's fair, but you're also trying to put the potion. I'll tell you what, we'll make an attack that has to go for the going past the creature's AC for the potion. So we'll go with an unarmed strike for this.
Earlier, it was holding
You want
Rolliman
the
and
wizard
didn't have
to make an unarmed attack?
opportunity.
Listen, the creature is grappled around your face. With its face in your
Sure.
neck and tongue in. I'm saying that this would make sense that it would be an unarmed attack because he's trying to get the potion to your mouth versus its
They
AC.
said make it a touch AC.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think that's fair. Because it's not moving, so... yeah, go ahead and make an unarmed attack.
All right,
for
Melvin.
Unarmed attack. Boost your strength. Boost your base attack bonus. Do you have any of those?
I think he has a strength of... Let me see.
Oh shit, I moved, so okay.
Wizard's base attack bonus at this level would be +2.
That's fantastic. That doesn't miss. Melvin's got an 8 in strength.
You have a +1 to this thing.
D20 plus 1.
I
Nice.
rolled an 8.
As you go to try and like pour the potion, the creature seems to swat away at your hand, pulling you back. You don't lose the potion, but the creature seems to pull, kind of knock it away.
Try again.
He would have had to move to
He
get
had
up
to
here.
Is it an
How
undead
much?
creature?
It is undead. Yes, this is
How
classified
much
as
did he
undead.
move?
20 feet to move forward, or 15 if he wanted to keep his the 5-foot
Because
range.
he ran back to the wagon when he healed you, so
Oh.
he ran back.
You
Yeah.
ran back. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
he's not that far away.
No, if you
No.
didn't, yeah,
Nope, that's it.
Is
So-
the creature's mouth open since its tongue's out?
yes. Are you gonna pour the health potion into its mouth?
It's undead.
Thinking about it.
It's undead. That would
Positive
do
energy,
damage.
it would kill it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, go ahead and make an unarmed attack with again. This time it's against touch AC.
Get a nice +1 to this, buddy.
We roll higher.
Hey,
Nice.
Damn, that hits. Go ahead and roll the health potion. Which one are you using?
It's a minor. If
It's
it's
a
minor,
minor.
1d8.
1 damage.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
It's roll
minor, not
1d8.
light.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, no, minor is 1.
Is
Well,
it?
he rolled 1.
No, he rolled 1 anyway.
Oh.
Doesn't
1 damage.
As you pour the potion into the creature's mouth, it seems to, for a second, almost immediately pull its tongue away and it closes its mouth, or the tentacled tongue away, as it like seems to start spitting and sputtering. It still keeps the grapple, but the tentacle is no longer inside of Roloman.
That's good.
All right. As you're stuck there, Melvin. Well, you would move. You would have moved up 15 feet. You do still have 10 feet worth of movement if you want to back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back now that I just did that.
Okay. As you move back again, the creature from the creature does not take
But I
an
will
attack.
stand
of
kind of to the. Do I see where Alara is from where I'm at?
You can from when you go to help when you turn to run back.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, within my 10 feet, I'd kind of stay out of the way, expecting him to, or them to go flying by me.
Okay.
I can only imagine Melvin's like thing. It's like one guy's on the ground dead, one's emancipated, and the Knoll's just standing there like nothing's happened.
Roloman,
With bloody ass
He
out.
goes better than this.
you're up, man. You made a death saving throw. Damn, not
1
20.
HP,
That's
bro.
That's yep. There we go.
I'm gonna hit this thing.
As you come to consciousness, you get an action. Let's go.
All right, time to
Slap
fucking
him.
murder this thing.
Just take your 10.
Does it look like it's it's about to fall apart?
It's already looking like it looked like it was falling apart when the creature
Okay,
first showed
I'll
up.
take 10.
Okay. So for 20 in total,
Yes.
that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. As the
Come on, big money, big money.
Creature's currently flat-footed, I would say, being in this situation.
13.
13 damage. As you slash at the creature, you which weapon are you hitting with?
That's the energy sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you pull out your bastard sword and kind of swing at the creature, kind of trying to slash at it, you feel as you cut into it, as its head goes goes flying, and you feel the grapple around you seems to slightly tighten. You look back, and the head is about 20 feet to the south of you.
Alright, that's my turn.
All right. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
Well, it's just combat over. Since it's
uh,
dead.
I didn't say they were dead.
Oh.
They're dead. They don't need their heads.
The creature the body that was around James is going to go and slash at James with its 2 claw attacks, as it's not moving.
It can't see, can it?
It doesn't
it
need to
blindside?
see.
It's blindside. Oh.
15 to hit on the first one. I don't think I can actually hit James, I'm gonna be honest, and an 8 on the
Nope.
second.
It's like a
Yeah.
20 something AC.
Physically can't hit me
Whoa,
Unless
without
I
not
crit.
19.
Yeah.
19 or 20 might hit me.
As the creature grinds its claws against James's armor, you hear the kind of nastiness of it as it does so. As Lar kind of watches this macabre scene as James, still pale, just kind of stares at this creature doing so to him.
Go help Rollerman. I can handle this little shit.
The
No, that doesn't
other
have a fucking head.
the other one is also going to roll to attack
Don't hit me, please.
on Rollerman. That's a 23.
What? Come on. What is this? What is this? Come on.
Ups and downs,
I'm
my
down
friend.
again.
Well, let's see. I have a
No, I have 1 HP.
Yeah, I can't roll bad enough
Literally
to
doesn't matter
not.
what you roll, he goes back down.
But I'm gonna roll for satisfaction. The creature does not know that you're dead, or you're not moving, and so it's gonna keep attacking, which means that's an auto fail, unless it rolls a nat 1. Did I really?
What is that?
Oh, I hit 2, but thankfully I rolled
D2.
a 2, so that doesn't. At least that's not a nat 1.
A D2 for 2.
I'll re-roll that as that's cocked out. That's the wrong die, but I want to say, hey,
A
that's
cocked eye on
I was like, damn, that's 7. That's
All right.
impressive.
That's
as you take another attack, so you do
Ow.
take 1 failure, Rollman. As that ends its
Okay.
turn.
I'll just get back up.
Okay. Well, we'll see about that. Alar, you're up.
I've gone up and down 3 times.
James is gesturing for you to go deal with Rollerman because this thing doesn't seem to be able to get
James,
past
how
his
much
armor.
health
rifle.
do you have? Your con doesn't matter because you can't drain your con, but how much health do you have?
He is
Uh,
funny.
I'm pretty good actually.
That does not answer my question, but alright.
I have most of my health right now.
Alright. Boss's orders. I'm doing a charge attack on the one holding Rollerman because this one
Alright.
can't attack while we're fucking holding him.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
Hit him.
So I actually have to change my to hit to.
You get a +2.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing.
Melvin rethinking his reason for being here suddenly.
I don't think you can miss, honestly.
19.
I mean, yeah, because
that
isn't it
hits.
grapple?
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't-
flat. So it's flat-footed basically at this point. Yeah, 19 hits.
haha!
Oh, Jesus Christ. As you come running over, as the creature is like tearing at Rollerman's chest, slashing at it with its claws, you go cleaving right through the creature with a single hit as the ribcage and the rest of the top of the torso goes flying in one direction, and the legs kind of just drop on top of Rollerman. The bits of old blood that were left kind of pooling at the bottom, spilling onto him.
So it's dead?
It is dead. It is no longer moving.
Oh, I'm strong. And just as a thing I'm just doing, just for flavor, I kind of like nudge roll with my foot. I'm like, is he alive?
As you nudge Rollerman, you see he is not breathing currently.
Out cold.
I don't think that's healthy.
No. Don't worry, I'll get back up though.
But I can't do anything, so, you
You don't
know.
have a potion? He gave you a potion.
I just full round action to charge.
Yep.
That's true.
James,
Yeah.
you're feeling this
I'm
creature
turning
clawing.
back towards this thing, and I'm just gonna beat into it with my hammer.
I hope,
Alright,
I hope you hit it. man.
I will
That
say,
hit?
as a side note, when this happens, oh no, never mind, that's only 0. Okay, we're good. 16, that does not hit. As you go to swing
I
at the
remember
creature.
the +1 I'm supposed to get for weapon fucking focus.
Yep. You've
Can
got. You're not moving
you
as
better?
you can swing back, do a backswing.
Yeah,
Do it again?
Oh.
Oh man.
damn it.
Man,
It can't hit me, but I can't hit it.
With
So
the heavy armor, James just seems to kind of like use the momentum to swing his body with the axe in hand as it kind of goes over the head the first time, and as he goes to swing again, the creature seems to kind of
Nope.
lean back
it
to attack
passed
at him.
through where there
And
would have been a fucking head.
as the axe kind of goes where the hands were a moment ago, the creature seems to lean back down on him as James just sighs annoyance.
you guys realize this has spread the image that me and Melvin are really able in comics. We're both uninjured, but you two,
Okay, mister.
Melvin,
I've taken like 10 hits.
Melvin,
they
you're
couldn't
up.
hit me. Get better at dodging.
Most people can't see me in the armor, so I'll be fine.
Melvin, you are up as a newt. There you go.
Fucking goblin.
All right.
I think your hammer is
Um,
weighted wrong.
I will move back up and I guess give Rolliman another healing potion.
All right. Well, then this time,
Minor wounds.
Another
One
one.
more
Yeah.
HP back.
another
1
minor.
HP.
All right, you're back to 1 HP. Roll them
Let's
in.
go.
Yeah. Minor is 1. I forgot light was
Lesser.
1d8.
Yeah,
Is it-
minor, light, and crit, and then there's the highest one, which is
Critical.
critical.
No.
But as
Yeah,
you
there's also nature, I think.
kind of feed this to him, Melvin, you watch as Rollman comes sputtering to life once more. Rollman feeling the kind of heavy legs and hips kind of bone laying on your torso as you look down. You can see the inside of the once sacked sacky flesh of this creature as well as its bones.
Oh, well, it's dead. Is Melvin doing anything else?
I'll kind of like look back towards James and be like, so, do we need to go help him?
Maybe. Is it my turn? Or you...
Melvin,
Yeah.
is that what you want to do?
Unless somebody makes it urgent, I
Seriously.
will, yeah.
All right.
Well, are you doing it on your turn, or it's my turn next? So that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, we're still in initiative.
So initiative.
No, yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. As Melvin kind of feeds you after feeding the push and kind of stands back, looking back at James being kind of clawed at effortlessly by the creature, and kind of looking at you two, waiting to see what you do and waiting for suggestions. Roll them in. We jump to you.
I'll stand up.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna use Boost of the Battle Charger again. And I'm gonna charge at the half-standing corpse. I'm gonna hit it.
Leaning over, blood dripping from your torso. Some other people or some other creatures, mostly yours. Blades in hand, sighing and ready. And as you charge forward, go ahead and give me an attack.
All right. First one. This is the bastard sword.
I guess Melvin got his answer on what the party's doing. What was going to happen next here.
31.
31 hits. Oh god, as Rollman goes charging in, angry.
12 damage. Is it still standing?
You watch as you cleave through the torso of the body of the
hit it
creature.
again.
As it. Okay. Alright.
Ruin what might have been crafting parts.
Hey, look, man. 19.
That hits.
I'm upset.
Select the bodies.
As you tear hit the bottom legs of the creature, the bottom hips go flying in another direction as you kind of swing the blade back at them, leaving nothing but the bony thighs to the foot left. As we leave initiative, the creature's laying dead as you look about.
We'll collect the body parts and put them in the cart, I guess.
I say, James, with a 5 in con, you currently can't stand.
I see. Does he look like half melted?
He looks pale, and all of his muscles look to almost be almost not there. There's no imprint of his body in a sense. It just looks like it's all kind of gelatinously
In the
cooling.
cart, and we're going to go. And I'm going to rest. Put the bodies in there. I don't know if these were the necromancers they were referring to.
I'll pick up James and put him in the cart.
Well, they said necromancer and longhouse. Forest not look like longhouse.
We're gonna have to deal with more.
All right, as you guys
Is
start.
any of their
Mhm.
poison stuff on the ground or oozed anywhere?
Their blood is oozed all over the ground. As you go look at the two heads, you do see the tongue still attached, oozing the liquid out of them.
Could I use one of the empty potion bottles and just kind of drain some of the liquid into one?
Yeah, give me a survival check for that.
All right.
Well, the rest of the
17.
17. Okay. Yeah. Feel free. I'll send you what you just.
I'm gonna drink a Cure Light Wounds potion.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it.
I'm fine. I can cast spells from the cart. Don't worry.
Okay. as you begin to bathe or begin to go about the bodies, kind of moving your axe in it. All right. Rollman dragging the last of what he can find of the four corpses, piece by piece, and James kind of being set up in the front of the wagon. After a little bit goes, Alar.
Yep.
You remind me.
Yeah.
You're not. No, this is what this isn't what I think you're doing. Which item? Remind me which great access is again.
This is blood of some enemies.
Just you know.
Ah. All right. See, I thought that was the case.
This is what I was told to do with this weapon. This is it requires 100, but I got 4 right here.
It didn't say that they had to be living originally.
No, that's why I'm checking, because I'm trying to specify the requirements here, because I was told very vague. So I'm finding out.
They have blood.
You watch as the thing only seems to begin to glow for a moment a red, and you begin, Alart, to feel your body weaken slightly as nothing seems to happen as you kind of bathe this axe in blood. You lose 10 HP, and just immediately as your body feels like it's having its life drained into the axe.
Alright, so not undead. Doesn't like it. Okay.
What are you doing over there, Alar? As like Roman's like
nothing.
Swaying. Get in the cart. We gotta go. James is liquefied.
We gotta finish the job. We're finishing this goddamn job.
I don't think you can fight. That's what we're doing.
You can't fight. Roman's almost dead.
I've been dead.
And Roman looking down at the multiple holes that are just now closed.
I'm not sure I have very many spells left in me right now either.
If someone wouldn't have said we'd get it done today, we could have put it off a little longer.
Hold on. I might have an idea. You said this is ability damage?
For what?
For the thing that took his con. Is it drain or damage?
It is damage.
Okay. We'll go to town. I'm gonna buy like 20 lesser restoration potions, and I'm just gonna kind of pour them down his throat until he's odds healed.
It will take you about a few hours to get into town and get all the potions together. It is still somewhat early into the morning, and you have spent roughly about 3 hours outside of town here. So
that's fine. If I don't do this, it's gonna take James like 12 days to heal.
It'll take me 7 days.
As you all kind of get on the wagon and look about the forest, kind of give me a search check to make sure there's no other enemies as you start to turn the wagon around and head back towards the city.
Yeah.
20.
Damn, Melvin. Melvin's not fucking around.
Hey!
21. Alright, so we got 21, 20. What'd you get, Alar? Also a 20. Jesus. Alright, so other than Roman, who's focused on getting out of here, the wounds on his body, James being basically nothing but a puddle of mush, everything's kind of weighing on his mind. Roman focuses on the path ahead and turns the car at a rapid speed as he starts mushing the horse as fast as he can. As you lot kind of begin to watch out the side, Alar, Melvin, and James, looking about the forest, you see in the distance a couple of cloaked figures that kind of seem to almost come out of the mist. Keeping a healthy distance, you see many of them seemingly carrying what looks to be like chunks of bone, kind of in a staff-like formation with different beasts for skulls. One seemingly having an owlbear, another having a moose with horns, or with large antlers. These creatures from the distance look to be small from what you see of them, but given the size of a moose's skull, it doesn't take you long to almost immediately realize that they're a lot larger in the distance than they appear. But they seem to not be doing anything or not move in any sort of aggressive way towards you as you continue to rapidly find yourselves rushing out of the forest itself. Uh, as you continue to kind of head out, the heavy rain begins to pour as you find yourself kind of still with the dark clouds overhead, the cold winds blowing as it is as you kind of continue to rush. About 2 hours as you begin to rush. Actually, you know what? Let's do a handle animal from Rollman. Let's see how well.
Spirit.
Got this.
Oh, it's spirit. Never mind. Never mind. Regardless,
mind.
it's a set speed, so there's no way of getting an advantage or going slower. So it is set at 3 hours. Sorry, Rollman. I thought we did a bit faster of a horse here. But yeah, as the spirit,
New horse next. I was gonna replace it with something like a griffin or rhino.
yeah, as the spirit continues to keep you going for for the 3 hours, you finally manage to get to town as you come rushing in. It's about mid afternoon or a bit mid. Little close to afternoon at this point, as the little black kobold kind of looks up at you a lot as he sees you rushing towards the guard or towards the gate, seemingly kind of recognizing you, immediately shouts for the gates to be opened as they are, and allowing you guys to rush through without any kind of stopping. As you kind of rush in, where you guys are heading towards a potion shop or?
Potion seller, sell me your strongest potions.
I'm gonna go
Ice
buy a
cream.
cold potion.
Alar, does Alar know where we're going? I'm gonna ask him for directions.
Alar?
I would
You
think.
need to, 'cause you
I
had
spent
your
all my time
bones
walking
there.
around town. I hope I know where I'm going.
I mean, Garden's Grace was the place in Many Thinks Adventuring Guild were most of the places that sold potions and common goods, so.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll
There
get
we
there
go.
and I'll go buy the potions.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
As you kind of head by, I will. You do see, and I actually got a note on this. The Golden Flame Magic Item Shop. And I do note, and I only note this as a large. You see this. You do see Bali Greybelt. From the black market. Earlier, having seen him when he was standing out in front of his grandfather's big or small coliseum in the black market, kind of working inside of a shop, working about. Well, you do see plenty of magic items and other such things on the shelf as you kind of come up and are getting ready to pass by.
I mean, fair enough.
I'm just okay. As you continue on. Oh.
Yep. I said don't really have time for that. Kind of a person with most.
Yeah, as you continue heading through, kind of heading up to the main T junction, another hour passes as the cart kind of goes flying through the city. As you finally reach the two two adventuring guilds on either side of the road, both seem to be rather quiet right now, as much of the town seems to almost be in a chill, not with very few people out and about. Which one are you getting off and going into?
I think it's
I mean, we've been dealing with Garden's Grace.
Yep.
So
All right.
I'll stay here and seem like I'm not in a lot of pain.
Yep.
As you kind of sit there,
would probably smart too.
kind of pulling up, and as Alar kind of disembarks, getting off. Melvin, are you following after, or are you staying on the cart?
I will stay with Rollman.
Okay. As
Which means
you
you're
kind
staying with
yeah,
James.
as you stay in the cart, kind of or in the wagon waiting for Alar, Alar kind of disembarks and heads up to the door. As you do, the little bell ringing as you open the door, you see the little old lady kobold kind of sitting at the bar, drinking something as it looks to be kind of steaming. As Ice looks over and goes, you're the one with James, right?
Yes.
Can I do something for you?
Do you have something to help with melted bones?
Yeah.
Good friend.
Yes, we have potions that we can sell you, moderate, lesser. Why, is something wrong, or you just need it for a quest, or what's going on?
Undead stuck tongue in James. Bones melted.
Oh, as I mentioned, this would happen. Plan B, alright. Give me a second. As he kind of leans under the bar, blows some dust off of a box and sets it on the bar. Opens it, saying, for what looks to be healing, very thick healing potions. And he goes, these are serious wounds. There's 3 of them. The 4th one is a moderate. He should work. Feed him all to him. He'll be fine in the morning.
I mean, yeah, it works. If he says so, I'll believe it.
He's wrong.
I'm just gonna. You know what? So he says, "Buckle, can I go, James? How much do you weigh with your armor? Because I can't believe it would be light."
My armor is tungsten. If I leave the isn't tungsten, so if I leave it behind, if I leave the hammer behind, my armor's only about 50 pounds.
Yeah, I need to know you with the armor because I need to know if I can pick
And
you up.
then with with me, that'd be 218.
You can pick
I
him
can
up.
lift you. I'm gonna bring James into the building to get these potions
Yeah.
down his throat.
As you come
He's
back
like
out
old
looking,
James.
yeah, as you come back out looking for him, okay, going out and to grab him, Rollman's still sitting there looking about, watching as people kind of pass by, eyeing up the cart and eyeing him up. As you go to grab James off, kind of picking him up, almost cradling him back into the tavern, Ice looks over and goes, "You know, guess I had bets this would happen, but not by any creatures around here."
My bones have been drank by some form of undead to the north.
What a sentence.
The only things that drink bones around here are literally bone drinkers.
That would be
Yes.
it. Long tongue, long spindly tongue stabs into you.
He nods and goes, "That sounds about right."
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab a potion as I get James's helmet off.
In the background, the occasional shouts of annoyance as Rollman gets poked by Melvin's quarterstaff.
Why do you keep poking me?
Well, I gotta make sure you stay awake so you don't lose your memory.
What? I'm so confused.
Oh
Maybe
no,
tell-
it's already happening.
He pokes you again.
Stop.
I guess I'm gonna get the first potion down James's throat. Let's see if this actually helps.
James, as you drink this potion, you taste something strange in it that catches your attention that's not normal. And as you kind of finish wolfing it down, you see Ice kind of smiling and goes, "Oh, those are what's left of Think's brew. That last,
no.
So might also do something interesting here in a minute. Give me 2d100 rules."
God damn it.
Hey, he's wearing his cool armor, by the way. I don't know if that matters.
I know, that's the best part.
I mean, hey, that's pretty good.
64 and 86.
Alright. An 86. James, what is the item you cherish the most?
Oh no.
The bucket was returned. The bucket's now gone again.
Is it the bucket you cherish the most out of anything you own?
It's the only thing that I have left from home, really, other than the cart. So yeah,
The buckets.
James is home.
You suddenly feel a need to gain more buckets that are identical to this exact bucket.
Oh,
Well, that's
my
not possible.
That's impossible. There's not any.
It's impossible.
It's a
There's
unique
no one
item.
else. Yeah.
Yes, so this is driving you to seek out this. This is something you feel you have to have more of this bucket.
He has a need to make more buckets that are identical.
I'm gonna make a
He's
bucket
crazy.
when I have some time. It'll be a tungsten bucket.
However, as
I'll
this
have one of the
happens,
metal type.
you feel your bones kind of coming back, and your body seems to feel strong again as all the muscles seem to almost reposition themselves back into place, and you're able to move again after just drinking one of these. You also do not gain any HP back.
That's fine. How much of my con damage is gone? All of it?
All of it is removed.
Awesome.
Good, you don't have to drink more wild magic potions. That's good.
Right,
Ice just kind of looks
turn.
at you and goes, "Oh, Plan B is effective. All right." And he puts it back, the others back in, and goes, "I thought we'd have to use Plan C." As he puts the box under
There's
the
a
bar.
plan C.
What plan C?
It's
Involves
just killing
a dragon's skull, 2 virgins, and a choir boy.
Now you have lesser restoration potion. Other one wasn't hurt nearly as bad, but still.
He looks at you and goes, "Lesser restoration? Shouldn't be a
Yes.
problem to get a hold of. Let me look in the..." And he kind of starts digging about his potions, kind of as you hear vials clink.
Wounds. Or serious wounds, one of the two.
Serious wounds doesn't
Roll
do
and get-
anything for damage. Or ability
Not for damage, but for your health, damn it.
He pulls
I'm
up 4 bottles of lesser restoration and kind of pushes them forward to you and goes, "On the house. If he dies, we've got problems as is."
I'll just nod. How much damage did Rollman take? Because I know you only got like.
I
How
took
much
3.
was it? Okay, well, good. I rolled a 4.
What was the 4 for?
You roll a d4 for how much ability damage it heals.
Oh, nice.
So I just walk over and kind of shove a little vial into your mouth.
I can drink it myself. God damn it.
Oh, you're putting the lesser restoration in?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Ola just goes, "You look hurt." You look.
Yeah, as you come out and feed, kind of feed him the potion. As you look back, seeing Melvin with his stick still in his hand, kind of waiting to nudge again, Rollman through the wagon.
As I'm forced to drink this, I ask, "What is this?"
Heel bones.
James walking out,
Heel bones.
mumbling about a bucket. How long am I maddened like this, by the way, about buckets?
Oh, it's technically a permanent trait.
God
I
damn it.
I healed his bones too, but he now want more buckets.
Okay.
I don't know what happened there, but
Why
Bones
didn't you
still
give
got-
him some of these?
More later.
far more hurt. Needed Plan B.
I don't. How many of these did you have?
As
One.
James is walking out.
I look at the little ones. I just got these. I had 4. Now I have 3.
You could have just given him those. Probably would have been fine.
No, not enough. Bones very liquidy.
Okay.
Fine now though.
You can
James
stop
getting on
poking
the
me
cart.
now. By the way, stop poking me, please.
No.
But I'm watching you.
If you poke me again, I'm going to take your stick away.
Ooh.
Anyways, are we going
I
back
do
to the
have
ship?
something much more pointy.
We should
and
probably
I
go
kind of
finish those guys
flash
off.
my Azure
Since
Fang
our
punch dagger.
Ooh.
You have a what?
As he flashes a lyrium bladed dagger, punch dagger, in front of you. It has a silver handle or a platinum handle. The item you'd guesstimate probably to be worth a couple thousand gold pieces at least. The lyrium itself kind of glowing, slightly similar to the ring that you currently have, Rollman.
Why? How many random items do you have? Anything that's useful? Besides?
Anything that's useful? Well, I have this mine that I built. I have a couple wands, a bunch of scrolls, potions, a little bit of everything that I've kind of collected.
And you were shooting the undead with acid splashes?
Well, yeah, you never know what else is coming at you.
Okay. All right.
As somebody who's always been small in life, you got to be prepared.
The most annoyed and irritated look on Rollman's face, I imagine.
I don't know.
Rollman, do you want to go stop and buy some healing potions for yourself before?
I wouldn't say no to that. I go.
Then
buy
get in
some
there and
potions.
purchase some healing potions.
Also, I'd like to look at Melvin. Little man said low on magic.
I mean, I have a few spells left, but definitely not all of them.
I pull out 2 little bottles.
He's got the.
Bottled magic you use now.
In one hand each, I pop the cap off and I hand him to Melvin. Drink, get magic back.
Oh, all right, and I will drink it.
Wait a minute, hold up.
What's up?
Are these the...
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Wait,
hold
wait
on.
a minute, isn't this a... I'm trying to remember if these were specified if they had the effect or not.
They did, yeah.
Good
They-
thing I'm
so
going to the store.
They do have the effect or they don't?
It's a 2% chance.
Alright, I need a D100 from,
I was like, I'm ready to roll it. Are we saying it's a 1 and a 2? Is the 2%?
Uh-huh.
No, he's fine.
Alright, I need a second
That-
one as well.
Is that death? 2%
No,
chance of
no,
death?
it's not death.
2% chance of divinity?
No. It's 2% chance of addiction.
Okay.
Melvin as, do you drink these, Melvin, or no? Just to make clear.
Yeah.
As you're handed two blue liquids in potion vials. As you down one each, I believe it was first level, correct?
It was up to first level. Yep.
Yeah. You feel both of your first level, or you feel two first level spell slots brought back or given back to you as you taste this very sweet, almost like a thick liquidy syrup as it goes down on your throat. As you feel the magic begin to flow through you.
Can I make those 2 4-0 level? Because that's
What
I'm
perfect. Yep.
okay.
Yeah, because one
My
of the
level ones aren't attacks, so
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm going in store buying some healing potions.
All right. Ice, as you kind of walk in, looks over at you and goes, "Do you need Plan B too?"
What is Plan B? I never.
Oh, Essa told me about the fact that James was going to give himself some sort of issue with his brain or with his body at some point. And so we've got, I got Plan B, I got Plan C, and I got Plan J.
What happened to the other
What's
letters?
Plan J?
What was that, Roman?
What happened
That
to the
makes
other
you
letters between the D and J?
Don't worry about it. It's, I don't ask the mysteries of her mind.
I think J might stand for something. I'm very worried.
Jeremy
Plan J is Plan
Oh,
James
No.
replication. Cloning.
or Plan
and
James.
James.
I kind of
Plan
looks at you
James.
and goes, "So what can I do for you?"
Healing potions?
All right. What kinds?
A lesser? You got like 5 lesser potions?
I just sold my last 4 to your friend.
Oh, those
restoration. That's
Those
healing.
are
Oh,
restoration.
lesser
Healing.
restoration. My apologies. For lesser healing, let me look.
I'll say if we're gonna talk about those things again, I want a little collection of these for later.
He looks at you and goes, I got light. I don't have anything with lesser.
How many lights you got?
About 12 in stock.
I'll take them all.
All right, that'll be 1,200 gold pieces.
Okay.
Now we have a small collection.
I'm gonna drink a lot of these.
He kind of hands them to you and goes, I'll hold on to this.
Just imagine you're drinking like shots. Like it's just.
Yeah, I just do like shots in front of him. By the way.
Oh, all right. You're gonna go at it.
Yep.
How many?
How much healing?
One d8 per.
No,
1d8?
the light. No, lesser's 1d8, right?
No, light is
No,
1d8.
there is no lesser.
There's
Light
no
is
lesser.
Oh.
I misspoke
Oh,
earlier.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's light is a D8, then it's
That's what I meant.
Moderate, then it's serious.
serious.
Alright.
Yeah, lesser
I'll
is for
drink.
restoration.
I'm gonna drink.
2 sets of 3.
I'm doing 7.
Okay.
All right. 78.
How healthy is my man gonna be?
25 points back.
That's really bad.
It is.
By the way.
You didn't roll. You rolled really badly. If you look at your rolls,
Yes.
Um,
I rolled
2,
really
2,
bad.
2, 3, 3, 5, 8.
All right, I'm at 33 health now. I'm gonna drink 3
Might
more.
have to down. Right.
Okay.
Doing 3 more.
Go ahead. Let's see what you got.
All right, that's good.
Okay. As you kind of finish, kind of start popping caps and just downing them in front of him, as you finish up, kind of taking what's left and heading back outside to the cart. I assume, unless you were trying to buy any others after that demonstration of drinking.
No.
Okay. As you head
there's
back out onto
2
the
left.
cart. Yeah, as you lot kind of gather back together, where are you heading?
And we need any
Back.
more healing?
To go kill those necromantic bastards.
All right. Let's as you guys begin to head out, give me some search checks as you spend another 3 hours heading out of the city and back towards the forest.
We're going back. Refueled
Yes.
and ready.
21.
21.
And you just keep rolling above 20.
12. Fucking damn it.
12.
It's almost like a giant floating eyeball can see things. Not
Damn.
that you guys know that.
Melvin, you spot. You manage to spot 4 large tiger-like creatures made of solid bone, kind of on the right side of the cart as you guys begin to head into the forest once more. each of them seemingly with what looks to be no flesh left to them, nothing but solid black bones, and what looks to be a purple liquid kind of dripping from their teeth. As they seem to be following about a 40-foot distance from the cart as you guys enter the forest.
40 feet from here. Giant skeleton tiger things.
Now the necromancers, we should probably get out of here.
All right, are you gonna just keep the cart rushing?
Make it to the yeah, we have to make it to the longhouse.
Okay.
Are you sure? You want those behind us while we go to Longhouse and face 4 necromancers? We handled 4 things and we almost died.
What's up,
So how
Alara?
many are falling?
4.
I think I have a thing for this. Yeah, I would like from all 4 of them a reflex save.
Okay.
This is where the fun begins.
He's ready to go again. You said reflex?
Yep.
21.
Okay. Are you doing that for all 4 of them? Or?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. They still get the other effect. Oh, I should ask, does 23 hit?
Does 23 hit for AC?
It's a touch attack, so touch AC.
Touch AC, yes.
They are covered in goo. They have a -4 to dexterity and a -2 to attack rolls. We'll see if they still want to fight.
All right. As you shoot this a green goo out of your staff or out of your good.
No, these are the Tanglefoot bags. I just start throwing bags at them.
As you start throwing the Tanglefoot bags out towards the creatures, you watch as they seem to almost watch as this group seems to kind of build up and grab, kind of climb up their bodies as it lands around them. The creatures seem to kind of, getting this on their legs, kind of pull back and start pulling away and running off in the opposite direction, heading deeper into the forest.
I just nod to the others.
We're finding that longhouse.
I want you to know I bought exactly 4 of those.
All right. As you guys continue on,
as we go on, before we go any further, I'm going to use my Diamond Skin Decanter and use all 3 droughts on myself, giving me damage reduction for adamantine.
Okay. We're gonna take a moment because the DM has to run to the restroom. We'll be right back.
Absolutely pissed.
I took all the goals.
But these things are bigger than me.
As you.
I have something.
All right, finish your thought. Thank you. Write it down in the chat. Jesus.
Just ignore him.
All right. As we continue, as you continue through the forest with the search checks, Melvin, it seems as you can kind of keep your kind of lookout throughout the continued. God damn, I can't think now. This is what happens when your DM's starving and forgot to eat dinner. As you continue on the road watching as a sentry and looking out to either side, you finally, after about another 3 more hours, manage to come across what looks to be a dilapidated long building made of hefty wood and with thick, kind of long stone walls in between each of the pieces of wood. The building itself slightly seems to be crumbling down as the roof has kind of collapsed about. As you look around, the forest itself seems to kind of wrap around it almost unnaturally, and you begin with the search check to notice shadows towards the inn or towards the longhouse. However, as you guys kind of come to a stop at the road that as this comes into vision, we're gonna stop here for the night because DM's got to eat and is starving. So we thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you on the next one.